Testing. 1, 2, 3. All right, we're back at it again. Let's see what it is. Let's see who's coming in. No sé. We're about to find out. Let me see here. Bam. Camera looks a little bit off on YT, but ni modo. What can you do? So course should be starting up in about 5 minutes or so. You know, just got it going a little bit early to go ahead and give you guys a heads up. Don't want you guys to miss out any of the reindeer games, if you will. See, let me flip my camera around here. Hey, ahí estamos. See, can I get some of this background? Let me see. At a beach? Damn, where am I? No sé. At a club? Or maybe right here. How about none? There we go. Oh, what's this right here? Green screen. Got the beach cruiser right there. See, how do I turn this off now? I don't know. What's the background? Turn off the background. All right, there we go. And if you're on YT, you might be, what is he talking about? I don't see no beach cruiser. I don't see a background. Hey, what's up, Lexi? How's it going today? Oh, hold up. Let me see. Looking all bright. Here we go. Let me refresh this. Hey, Paris, how's it going? Hey, Juliet, I always look forward to your lives. Hey, thank you, man. What up, JDA? Thank you for that like. Highly appreciate it. You guys are awesome. What time does it start? It's gonna start right now and it should be starting in about 2 minutes or so, Paris. That's if they're not lollygagging. If they're lollygagging, I don't know, you know. So I'll just be here waiting, looking at the chat. See, let me get a little bit of more. See, live ended. CollectCallFrom. All right. Hey, what's up, Jasmine? How's it going, man? How's it going? How you been? Are these today's repeats or live? Hey, I don't do repeats on TikTok. These ones I run them live, so they're happening right now. Hopefully that answers any questions you have. Yeah, if I do ever do something that's
I'm great, Your Honor. Yourself?
Great.
Oh,
and we have the first person there in the jail. Can the jail tell us if there's any Spanish speakers tonight?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so the interpreter can be excused then. Thank you.
That guy looks like Bill
Thank you, Your Honor.
Gates.
Good night.
All right.
I apologize for misspeaking.
Sir, what is your name?
No sé.
My government name's Justin Patrick Richardson.
Okay.
That fool said my government.
But I go by Rachel.
Rachel?
Okay.
What?
Nice to see you tonight.
Rachel.
I'm Judge Hazel.
Hazel. Oh, Judge Hazel.
You're here today because you have warrants for your arrest.
Hey, hopefully
I
everything's
don't know.
good for you.
Last time I was here, the lady said that if I was still here in 10 days, that she would let me out. So I don't know.
Judge Hazel, we've been looking for you, Judge Hazel. Man, Judge Hazel, he's gonna let everybody's gonna go home.
So
You go home. Rachel, go
Tucson,
home.
if they can help me with this, looks like
James,
you've
go
seen
home.
earlier
Everybody's
today
going
from
home
somebody else,
today.
and then we found another file.
Man, let me see. Yeah, right out the
Yeah.
exit door. Hey, Jasmine, hopefully you're doing good. You know, I noticed that you were on for a few days, so hopefully everything's working out for
So
you.
what is that?
Okay, so they found another warrant for you. And
Another warrant?
Yes, and the charge is criminal trespass and failure to appear. I am going to release you on that charge.
I told you.
But the judge this morning held you on a $200 bond and gave you a court date of the 28th. I'm going to keep those dates the same, but I am not holding you. So if you post the $200 that the judge set this morning, then you'll be released. Otherwise, you'll remain in custody until that date. But if you fail to appear and you do post a bond, another warrant would issue. So make sure that if you post the bond, that you make your court dates, and they're out of the city of Tucson, okay?
Why would I do any of this? I don't even.
Hey, Rachel,
Well, I'm releasing you. So I've done what I can for you, but you saw another judge this morning, and I can't change that.
I didn't see it.
Okay. Well, the records show that you did see a judge this morning. I was not here, but my colleagues would have to.
I've been in my cell the entire time.
Okay.
Better man up,
All right.
Rachel.
Well, I've released you on my case, and good luck to you. Okay.
Vayas con
Yeah,
Dios,
thank you.
Rachel.
So what does this mean? Do I have to go back to prison, or because you're releasing me, but they're not releasing me? So I don't.
Hey,
I don't.
gather your thoughts, Rachel. Get a hold of yourself.
It's okay. Your next court date is February the 28th.
It's just been how long?
No llores.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Great. So no.
Okay. Good luck to you. Okay.
Thanks for nothing, Judge.
No. Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks for nothing.
I don't know.
All right, hey, up next on The Price is Wrong. Let's see who's coming up. What do you guys think is it going to be? Is it going to be DV? Is it going to be Drogas? What is it going to be? What up, my boy? Bueno. What are we going to get? A loitering at the Circle K? Maybe some shoplifting from Target? Or maybe feeding that addiction?
All right, the public defender's there, so that's good.
Hey, what's
Yes,
up?
Ron.
What's up, Lisbeth?
How are you today?
Ali.
Good, thank you. And yourself?
Good. You're like heads cut off, though. I just want you to know that. If you don't mind that, I'm okay with it, as long as you're good with it. So
That's all right.
The YouTube audience might like to see you, but
Not me,
it doesn't.
because I'm a married man. But David might. All right. Let's see. Let me make sure the sound effects are working. Let me see. We got the toilet right
And
here.
we'll
Hey,
see who
thank you
they
for that
bring
rose,
down
Elizabeth.
next, and then we can go from there.
Hey, what's up, 619? All right, the toilet is working. Agua, drop one,
Your Honor,
flush
to
one.
Dell, just to inform you that Gris Jameson refused.
What's the name?
Gris Christ.
Jameson Christ.
Yes.
Okay.
Where
So
you
that's
at?
number one, right?
Where you at?
And then I have another one,
What up,
Lopata
Christine?
Stephen. He's still in quarantine.
Okay, so we need. Let me do Christ first. Let me get that up.
You take your time, Mr. Hazel. Judge, Your Honor, Hazel.
So how do you do them? Do you want me to do it approved and then you change it, or what do you want me to do with it?
There we go. Let's see.
Mm.
And then you'll send it back to me with the date and all that.
Hey, what up, Snow? Hey, I'm feeling good right now. Happy birthday to both.
And Your Honor, it looks like number one has
My man
refused
said.
multiple times.
Yeah. What? Hello, everyone. Hey, what's up, Stevie? Let me see. We got SB from Vegas in here. That's right. Represent your city.
And Your Honor, I'm
Valentine's
comfortable
Day to
waiving
you both.
the
Hey, thank
presence
you,
of
Hazel.
Jameson Burst.
I mean, Jasmine, hey, thank you for that corazon, Mickey.
All right.
Let me
Well,
see.
that one. Well, let's talk about Gerst. They're being held on a bunch of other things, right?
I don't
Yes.
know. You tell me, Judge.
And We can hear from the county attorney, but my thought was to hold them on a bond because obviously they're in custody. They want to get credit for the time, right?
Hazel,
Exactly.
that's the judge, man. I love Judge Hazel, man.
And,
If I ever got incarcerated,
what's the
that's
county
the
attorney's
judge
position?
that I want to handle my case.
Your Honor, I think that's appropriate. The state is recommending $5,000 with pretrial service in lieu of no bond. He is currently pending multiple offenses, similar offenses, also pending other. He has 3 pending cases. And this offense was committed while he was on release on one of those cases. He has a history of failing to appear, 5 prior convictions.
Damn, he got more convictions than me. Hey, what's up, Tracy? How's it going? Young, how's it going? And Kristen, welcome to the YT side. I see there's 16 of you guys. I appreciate you guys. Hey, if you're on TT, if you guys wouldn't mind doing me a huge favor, no, I don't need no money. I don't need no pocket change. But what I do need is for you guys to tap the screen.
All right, I'm going to set a $5,000 bond and set the matter for preliminary hearing on the 25th at 1:30. Appoint contract attorney it's Gary Renti was who we were told that we need to appoint because I assume that person represents him on other cases.
Hey, and I don't care. You could use your left hand, your right hand. You could do both hands.
And
you
I'm
could do the
gonna make a
octopus.
note
I don't
that
care. Just
person
tap the
failed to
screen.
appear
Let's
or
get to the
refused to
FYP.
appear.
And if you haven't done so, please do so. Hit that follow button. It's free 99. Doesn't cost you anything, and it'll definitely help me out to get into the algorithm. The octopus. That's right. Hey, you heard it here first.
Did the jail tell me the other person that didn't come down?
Hey, what's up, Kaylee?
The other person is Lopata Steven. He's not refusing.
like
He's
your
just
style,
on
Lisbeth.
quarantine and won't get off till Monday.
What up, Juan? Hey, happy Valentine's to everybody. Hey, appreciate you
hear
guys. If I had a bow and arrow, I would be shooting you guys each one a arrow. Yeah, thank you for that flower or that rose, Fanny. Honey, appreciate that.
And I'll give you back.
Any prison calls tonight, Juan? Nah, not today. Tomorrow, I might have some tomorrow for sure.
All right.
Okay, you stay there all fucking night.
That person has a parole violation and has other cases. They're on some type of medical hold. My inclination is to move them till Monday then. And hopefully they'll be cleared to come back.
Hey, where are the criminals at, man? What's up? We tuned in early.
What's the
Did Hazel let
Yes, Your
them
Honor,
out
I
already?
agree with that.
What up,
So I'm
Judge
just- I'm not
Hazel?
sure how to say it's Monday at thing though. That everybody does it different.
Hey, I don't know about you guys, but Judge Hazel, that's my type of judge right there.
Okay,
And I mean that in a professional manner.
update the time.
How's everybody doing today? Where you guys tuning in from today? What state is everyone in?
Okay,
That's right.
Now we're
Hey,
ready for the next person that I'll sit down.
hey, I'm ready. I'm pumped. Let's go ahead and start pumping these people out. AZ, we got Paris coming in from AZ,
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Indiana.
Parley Jack.
Harvey,
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on initial appearance.
Cali.
Let's go over why you're here. Sitting beside you is an attorney that will represent you for tonight.
Thunderbolts.
And you're here today on a charge of burglary. Do you understand why you're here today?
Burglary.
Yes.
California.
The state have a position in this matter?
Tucson, Arizona, Pima County.
Yes, Your Honor. The defendant also is pending another case, similar offenses. The state is recommending, in lieu of no bond, $5,000 bond, also based on the defendant's history of failing to appear.
She ain't going
Okay,
nowhere.
and it shows that the person has a case here in court and is being held. What's the defense position here?
Your Honor, she has no prior felony convictions. She's lived in Tucson for 12 years and has ties to the community. pretrial services, spoke with her mom, who can provide housing and transportation to court. She's also currently unemployed and is not going to have a lot of money to pay any bond. It appears she's being held no bond for the time being on that other pending case. So, the nature of the charge, I think it was an allegation of some sort of a tricycle being stolen. But given the hold, some sort of a bond is going to be appropriate here so that she gets time credit. I'd ask that you set the bond at $2,500.
Okay. I'm going to do the following. I'm going to appoint the public defender. I'm going to set this matter for preliminary hearing on May 24th. I'm going to set the bond at $2,500 cash secured. Bond is posted. I'm going to order release through pretrial services. Conditions of release are don't drive without a valid license, no firearms, no alcohol, no drugs, no contact with any victim, don't return to the scene of the crime, and I am appointing the office of the public defender in this matter. So, ma'am, you're being held on a felony in another matter, and as you heard your attorney say, I am ordering that you be held on a bond on this case so that you can get credit for the time that you're in custody. Otherwise, you would not get credit. That circumstance can change, and I've appointed you a lawyer, but you'll have a new court date on the 24th. That's a week from Monday. Okay, ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay, good luck to you.
Vayas con Dios. And Chippy said that she was here this morning. I didn't catch the one from this morning. So she's new to me. Up next, damn, what the
Hi, can I have your name?
Michelle Wells.
Does she have a dent on her head?
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. We're here today to conduct an initial appearance on your case. You have a couple things going on. First, you have a misdemeanor warrant out of Sierra Vista Justice Court down in Sierra Vista. On that particular misdemeanor warrant, I'm going to release you and direct that you appear after you'll make contact with that court. And they'll give you direction from there because that's an Audi County warrant and we don't have their information on what their next court dates are.
And it was just confirmed, yeah, she has a dent on her head.
And I'm going to direct that I'm going to set a date in March because I'm required to, but you must appear when you get released on the cases that we have here, okay? And then we'll go on to your other case in just a minute.
It looks like she's missing.
But I'm
her
releasing
frontal
on
lobe.
your case out of.
She's wild. I'm in disbelief. I can't even believe my
out
eyes
of Sierra Vista.
is not computing in my brain. Like I know what I'm seeing, but
We got to talk about your other case now.
I'm not sure, but we're about to find out.
And now you have, let's see, what number would this one be? 3? No.
Hey, Michael, thank you for the like. BK, thank you for the like. Jasmine, you're too funny.
I don't think I need that.
My wife says, she's always telling me, don't quit your day job. You're not funny. You think you're funny, but you're not. DV. Is this a new judge? This is Judge Hazel. Hey, Judge Hazel, he lets everybody go.
So you're charged with organized retail theft. And it looks like you're being held on some other charges as well. Does the state have a position on release in this case?
Yes, Your Honor. Based on his criminal history, 4 prior convictions, he's currently pending 2 matters in Pima, also 1 matter in Sierra Vista, also relating to similar offenses before the court. He scores a 6 out of 6. Significant history of failing to appear. The state is recommending $10,000 with pretrial service in lieu of no bond.
Okay.
No bond.
Defense?
Your Honor, he's lived here for 10 years and has ties to the community. Pretrial services spoke with their partner who said they can provide transportation to court and housing if she is able to post a bond. She has some pretty significant disabilities here that are going to make it difficult for him to be in the jail. And so I would ask you set the bond at $3,000.
Thank you. What I'm going to do in this matter is set this matter for a preliminary hearing on February the 24th at 1:30. I'm going to appoint the office of the public defender. I'm going to set a $5,000 cash secured bond if bond is posted on all cases and released through pretrial services. Standard conditions of release will apply, including no, don't drive without a valid license, no alcohol, no drugs, commit no acts of domestic violence, no firearms, no contact with any victims, don't return to the incident location. So you have other cases that are holding you. I'm setting a bond so that you get credit for being in custody. Therefore, this time is not wasted. And when all your cases are resolved, you do want to get a hold of that other justice court, okay?
That's what I
So
thought
good
it
luck
was a
to you.
lady. I thought it was lady till he said she. I mean, until the judge said he. So I'm confused. I'm telling you, my eyes is just nothing's computing right now. My brain is like it's malfunctioning right now. It's on overload right now.
Absolutely. You say you're trouble.
Hey, honest mistake. It was an honest mistake here. Next up on the Price is
Can I
Wrong.
have your name?
Rosinda Vgara.
You know, this is 2025. That is right, Liz.
Maybe they changed the order up on me, did they? Okay.
Hey, Liz. Hey, thank you.
So
for
you're
the
here
like,
today. Hi,
Michael.
I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today because you have new misdemeanor cases out of the city of Tucson. You're charged with assault, disorderly conduct, and criminal damage. Do you understand why you're here?
Yes.
I'm going to release you. I'm going to give you a new court date of March the 18th at 1:30 in the afternoon with Judge Millian. Standard release conditions will apply, including don't violate any laws, don't drive without a valid license, no alcohol, no drugs, commit no acts of domestic violence. So you're going to be given a copy of your court date, but you must appear in person in court. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And you understand that if you fail to appear, a warrant will issue for your arrest.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions for me?
Not right now.
Okay, you'll be released later today. Thank you.
Hey, so this is
Yeah.
gonna be Free Car Friday with Judge Hazel. You get a car, you get a car, and you get a car too. Up next on Free Car Friday with Judge Hazel. Who's coming? I don't know, but we're about to find out.
You know, one thing I don't do is I don't argue with them, and I don't. Once you're done with them, tell them you're done, and that'll tell the jail.
He doesn't argue. He just lets him out. You don't argue. Let you out of county jail to wreak havoc all over the city. Up next is this young lady right here.
Hi, can I have your name?
Ariana Sallaya.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. We're here tonight to conduct initial appearances on your cases. You have new charges of possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of dangerous drugs. You have warrants out of the city of Tucson. You understand why you're here today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's talk with the attorneys first on the drug charges. What is the state's recommendation?
Acknowledge the defendant does not have prior convictions. Nonetheless, there is concern of her history failing to appear on multiple misdemeanor cases. If the court is considering a bond for the misdemeanors, the court is recommending a $1,500 bond for time credit for this offense.
And what about, I think the recommendation was that she's eligible for steps, is that right?
That is correct, Your Honor.
So is that the state's position then, that we screen her for that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, how about from the defense?
Your Honor, she has no prior felony convictions. At 21, she's relatively young. This is a personal use drug offense, it appears. She's a lifelong resident of Tucson with ties to the community. Pretrial services spoke with her mother, who said that she can provide housing and transportation to court. I would request that the court release her on this matter, and that also should be scheduled into steps court.
And are you waiting time for a timely preliminary hearing in this matter?
Yes.
Probably just
Okay, ma'am, the prosecutor in defense is recommending that you be released and be given an opportunity to complete what's called the STEP program, which is a diversion program that, if completed, could result in the dismissal of your charges. So I am going to release you in this matter.
I do. Yes, I do.
And through pretrial services, and give you, and under the following conditions. I'm going to give you a new court date of a preliminary hearing on first at 1:30 and a steps hearing or a hearing to determine your eligibility on February the 24th at 9 a.m. Standard conditions will apply, including remain law-abiding, no alcohol, no drugs. Appointing the office of the public defender. So on their felony matter, you are being released.
Thank you.
Let's talk about your misdemeanor case. You have warrants out of the city of Tucson. On those cases, I am going to release you and give you a new court date of March the 18th at 10 a.m. You must appear on March 18th or a warrant will issue for your arrest. Standard release conditions will apply, and I am appointing the office of the public defender to represent you in this matter. Do you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
All right, you will be released. Good luck to you.
Thank you so much.
You go that way with it?
So yeah, so I do stream on YT. If you go to @CollectCallFrom, you'll come across the stream. It looks a lot better over there. As a matter of fact, it looks 1080p. So and you'll also get the chat from both streams, from YT and TT. So you won't be missing out. And if you have two devices, log on TT on your phone and log on YT on your monitor or your TV. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Jose. Have a seat.
Jose.
Have a seat right here. Have a seat in the chair. No, you're good.
What's your last name?
Jose, by your same first name.
Hold on, I'm looking for something right now.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Okay.
Fernando Jose.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today because you have new charges out of Justice Court, and you also have a warrant out of Tucson City Court. Do you understand why you're here today?
Yeah.
Does the state have a recommendation in this case?
Yes, Your Honor, the state is recommending $20,000 with pretrial service based on the nature of the offense, the risk to the community involving a burglary, second, residential, also including the arson. There's a continued risk to the victim, and in addition, the defendant's history of failing to appear.
I'm sorry, who's the victim?
Thank you for the gift. See.
Okay. What does the defense have to say?
Your Honor, she's a lifelong resident of Tucson and she has ties to the community. She's currently homeless and does not have the ability to pay any bond. She also has no prior felony convictions. So in light of particularly the lack of prior felony conviction, I'd ask you set the bond in this matter at $7,500.
Thank you. What I'm going to do in this matter is set the bond in the amount of $10,000, set this matter for preliminary hearing on February the 24th at 1:30 p.m. I'm appointing the office of the public defender to represent the defendant. Standard conditions of release will apply, including don't drive without a valid license, no illegal drugs, don't return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victims. All right, let's go on to your Tucson City cases. You have charges out of the city of Tucson.
You guys crack
on
me
those
up.
charges, I am going to set this matter for a video review on March the 21st. I am releasing you with standard conditions in this matter. So on your Tucson City cases, you will be released. So you'll have the court in March and then again in the 24th, which is a week from Monday. Okay?
Hey, I'm glad
good
you guys.
luck to you.
Okay. Well, you can't tell me the charges.
What just happened? What, man? What? Is it over already? Did he just pull the rug under us? That was crappy. Anyhow, hey, so you guys cracked me up when you guys put up those comments. Let me see. I was like, no way someone else is doing this. Never seen anyone do it before. And I'm glad you guys know that I started this first over here on TT, that I wasn't faking the funk. I'm not being a pirate, pretty much, you know, like, hey, like I've been doing this since, I'm not sure how long you guys noticed, but I've been doing this back since September. I started on and off. I've been on and off in September, but since January, I've been keeping it consistent. You know, I've been jumping on regularly, and Man, it's definitely a trip. Now we know you were the first to watch your every move. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you. Nobody has the let me see agua sounds. Nobody has the agua. That's right. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody tries to steal the agua sound. They're gonna try to sprinkle in some other little sounds. So what do you guys want to do? So Maricopa County doesn't start until like another trying to do this math in my head right here. Another 35 minutes. Oh no, are we back?
And I still have.
Okay.
What do we do with Herzog?
I was scared there for a moment. That's next.
Okay, what happened with
steal.
Herzog?
Ay. Imagine he's at his computer right now, like trying to copy my sound when I press it. He's trying to do a screen record.
So I don't have to do anything with it. All right. I can believe it.
I was seeing the part with the girls.
Okay, can I get my number to you again, or just
Ask the officers up there.
This one has the Superior Court warrant, and they'll also have the amount.
Valencia.
And it's Judge Metzger.
Valencia.
She's nice. She covered for me at Christmas. They just randomly assigned to that. I what? That.
Hey, what's up, Superfly? How's it going? It's all public stuff.
Hi, can I have your name?
Jonathan, was you?
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today because you have a warrant out of Superior Court for misconduct involving weapons, drug violation, narcotic drug violation of drug paraphernalia. You failed to appear back in September of 2024.
What up, Luce?
And the judge issued a warrant for your arrest when setting a bond in the amount of $2,500. And then you also have warrants out of the city of Tucson. The state have a recommendation in this case?
Yes, Your Honor, the state believes the warrant requested is appropriate based on his failed to appear history. In addition, he does have one prior conviction. Technically, he's also prohibited, and based on the new charges before the court.
Damn, hey, get off my table, bro.
Okay, represent for the defendant.
This guy over here messing up.
Your Honor, he is a lifelong resident of Tucson and does have ties to the community. He is also homeless and unemployed, so he's unlikely to be able to pay any amount of bond. And given the fact that he was released before, obviously some sort of a bond might be appropriate. I'd ask you to set the bond at $1,500.
Thank you,
Stephanie. I'm going to do the following on the felony matter. I'm going to honor Judge Metzger's warrant and the amount that she requested of $2,500. I'm going to set this matter for an arraignment next Friday, the 21st at 1:30 p.m. in Superior Court. Standard release conditions will apply, including no contact with any victims, don't return to the scene of crime, no alcohol, no drugs, no firearms. That'll be a cash secured bond if bond is posted through pretrial services. Now let's talk about the warrants out of the City of Tucson. Sir, you have a warrant out of the City of Tucson for a adjudicated DUI case. The judge that issued your warrant, Judge Klotz, set the bond in the amount of $200. I'm going to affirm that amount and appoint counsel for you and set the matter for a video review on February the 25th.
He's probably going through withdrawals.
If you are released, you must appear on March the 20th.
Either that or he has some really
and the
bad
bond is $200. So your total bond on all cases is $2,700.
Nah, he's going through it. I think he's going through some withdrawals. I'm no
Anything
expert.
further from the state on this case or the defense counsel?
No.
Okay, that's the end of the cases tonight. I think we're done then. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Come on now, you're killing me over here again. Anyhow, so let me see. Rebecca was asking, or was it Rebecca? Let me see. Our mom of two was asking, why is he falling over? Yeah, I really like to know that, Rebecca put. So my uneducated guess would be he has some type of addiction, and his body's going through it. He's nodding off. Yeah, so that's what I would say. But like I said, I mean, I'm no expert here. I'm just going off what I see on YouTube. And my YouTube spidey sense tells me that he's going through it right now. and he's probably gonna be going through it for like maybe like, and that's probably like the best part right there, because when they start crapping on themselves and throwing up and doing all that stuff, they smell like death, super ugly. You're not missing out on anything if you haven't been around that, ever been around that. Let me see. Even if you're our small county, they haul everything they do. Yup. Next, they're not playing around over there. Hey, thank you, Jen. Thank you. Really appreciate that like. You guys are definitely helping. Oh, and we hit 20Ks. 20K. Wish we hit the FYP. All right, so I guess we're just gonna hang out here for the next what is it? 30 minutes? Que no? Have you guys ever checked out my YouTube? Hey, thank you, Chippy. Really appreciate that. Have you guys checked out the YouTube parole board hearings? Elizabeth puts 30-minute break. Have you guys seen that video that I just posted up today? The parole board hearing from the Timu Debo 2.0. That dude's like a dead ringer for Debo from Friday and Friday after next. He told when he stormed out of that parole board hearing, he told him to F off. And he said that he knew they were gonna deny his parole board. I chuckled a bit. But it's like, why are you acting all surprised for? Like you had a bunch of write-ups, you had it coming. They weren't gonna let you go. Come on now. Kidding yourself. As a matter of fact, should we check it out right now while we're waiting? Should I put that up on the screen? Would you guys like to see that parole board that I'm talking about right now? If you guys do, I'll put it up, and while we're waiting for, let me see. We'll have to watch it. Yeah, I uploaded it today, so Debbie says yes. YT is, hey, thank you. Appreciate that. All right. Let me just get it up on the screen over here while we're waiting. And then let's see. I could turn on my monitor over here. I just turned it off. Okay. Let's see. When does Maricopa start? Maricopa, Frank, starts in 28 minutes, to be exact. Oh snap! What happened? All right, just give me a moment while I get it up on the screen here. Let me see. Pima County. Let me see this one here. Toasty! Bam. Did you guys see the Toasty guy? Toasty! For those of you that know, you guys know. Did I miss court? Yeah, you did. Where's your comb on the stash? I dropped this somewhere around here. I don't know where it's at. I'm in the dark here. I can't even see anything. I'm like, oh, I gotta. Any Florida cases? Nah, I haven't done Florida again. I really this would be the second time that I'm on today. Let me see here. Let me exit out here. Just give me a moment while I bring up the video here. Let me see it. Collect call from. Okay, so you have a collect call from. See here. Where is it? Videos. Right here. How long is this video here? 17 minutes. So we got plenty of time. Plenty. You see here. Is it this one? Yep. Here, let me adjust the screen here for you guys. It might be a little bit mucho grande. Oh no, this is way too big. Hold up. Let me fix this up really quick here. All right. I think it's ready. Yeah. Okay. Let me turn off this screen so you guys can see. All right, here we go.
Over there. Sit right over there. Now you can go in.
This is going to be a real roller coaster here.
We're going to call the rest of them up for you, too.
They got to do better. Hi, sir, Mr. Barnes, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I'll be right with you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
This one, no, Juan. This is not Juan. That's what I was asking you guys, everybody, if they wanted to, if they just wanted to look at a blank screen and look at me talk, or did you guys want to hang out for a few minutes before the next hearing starts? James, I missed the toilet. Can I get a complimentary flush? For sure.
Good afternoon. My name is Parole Officer Leticia V. Today is Thursday, February 13th, 2025, and this is the hearing of the Connecticut Board of Pardons and Paroles. The following board members are present this morning and, by stating their names on the record, certify that they reviewed all statutorily required documents and available pertinent information in preparation of this hearing.
Good afternoon. I'm panel member Barry.
I'm Ellen Zappo-Sasso. Nancy Turner.
Sir, can you please state your name and inmate number for the record?
Kendrin Barnes, 236338.
Thank you. This hearing is being conducted in consideration of the parole application for Kendrin Barnes, number 236338. He is serving a sentence of 2.5 years flat for 2 counts of robbery third. As of today, records reflect an eligibility date of June 17th of 25. There is no victim input in this case. There is an offender accountability plan for the offender. It has been reviewed and shows that Mr. Barnes has not completed any programs.
I did.
This, what was that?
Tier 2. I'm on tier 2 waiting list, and I just completed a mental health group with my counselor, and I'm doing a mentor for the chronic.
You're a mentor for chronic discipline?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. All right. So he has done mental health groups. He's on the waiting list for tier 2, like he said, and he is a mentor for chronic discipline. So utilizing the statewide collaborative offender risk evaluation system, the offender's overall score falls within the very high range risk for recidivism. Mr. Barnes, this is your opportunity to express to the board why you believe you should be granted parole. You may begin, sir.
I've been granted parole because I've been sitting down in jail, had time to think about my actions. I apologize for my actions, the way I carry myself out in the community, and I wasn't really capable of trying to do my best, but now I'm doing my best. I got a very few reports of doing AA, NA. I'm trying to apply for a drug program, inpatient, long term. I might plan on leaving the state after that so I can start brand new. I'm trying to get my GED, as I'm on the list right now for that too. I really do have a real bad drug problem in the street when I did my crime. I wasn't properly thinking properly, but now I got my head on straight. I'm getting older. I'm 48, going on 48. Damn, I'm just tired of coming back and forth to jail. I'm willing to change, to do anything so I can make parole to a drug program, inpatient, so I can better myself, so I have some community help. And that's it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Barnes, for your opening statement, sir. Much of what you desire for yourself, we do for you as well. Our intentions, rehabilitation is meant just for that, for you to go in and be punished for your crime, but we also would like you to benefit from said incarceration, and hopefully it will deter you from future criminal behaviors. However, you've been doing this since I have 1995.
95, damn. I was like 15.
And you said that you're doing all of this because you're addicted to drugs?
Back then I wasn't. But now the last couple 10 to 15 years, I started relapsing by discharging and had no place to stay, homeless, And I started going backwards, back to the streets because what I know. But I
Do
mean,
you,
but
do you
now,
think that maybe you are what's the word, institutionalized, sir? Because it's stable there in the facility. You have 3 meals, some place to sleep.
3 hots and a
I mean,
You know.
and somewhat yeah, but somewhat no. Because
Okay.
I my intention wasn't to come back to jail. I just fell into a trap of depression, nowhere to go, lack of community help, coming on discharge. Every time I discharge, I'm always on the streets. I had a place to look homelessness.
No, but that's what I'm saying. So perhaps you're being you're being in a facility, provides the daily necessities if you need a shower, food, a place to sleep without having to worry about, leaves falling on you, or it's rain or snow. It may not be the best sleeping conditions, but it's a lot more difficult out here in the community where you have to pay rent and you have to pay for heat and you have to pay for gas for your car and all of that stuff. So maybe that's something that you really should look into. I'm happy to hear that you're a mentor though for the people that are constantly getting in trouble in the facility.
Look at his body language.
My history your history of disciplinary infractions in there, 87, all of your incarcerations, 87 tickets total.
87?
And how many do you have this bid?
What up, Victor?
This bid I caught 6. That's contraband, like contraband. Find something in my cell like contraband being petty.
Okay, hold on, because I count 12.
12?
So, yeah, I count 12. You had 2, you had 1, your last one was in December for a pipe, right?
A pipe? A pipa?
And then you had 2 that you received in September of last year, right? So that's 3. And then 4, you got the Pruno in August.
Not the Pruno.
And then you got 2 in July for fighting and for Pruno.
Fighting and
right?
Pruno?
Mm-hmm.
So how many is that so far? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you have a few interfering with the safety and security. That's 2 of those. And then you got 1 in December in 23. What was that for?
December?
Of the year before.
I went for medical. For medical. They put me out for medical. They gave me a ticket for medical. You go to Yukon, outside hospital, they caught a cold. They hit you with temporary security. That's how they do it here now.
Mr. Barnes, tell me what it is that you think that you need for you to be successful when you go back out in the community.
Look at that.
Because you don't behave in the facility and you can't be compliant when you're out in the community. And it appears that they tried on numerous occasions, at least 11 by our count, and you have not completed any of them successfully, sir. What do you need to be successful when you return to the community?
That's program, I guess.
You've taken programs, sir. That's not what it is. You've taken programs. That's not what you need. What is it what else do you need? Because the programs aren't working.
How the programs that work? I ain't get a chance to do most of my programs because I got sent this late. I got here in July.
Okay, you may have come there in July, but yet and still, you already have a ticket just 2 months ago.
Yeah, but I'm trying to tell you, I just came in the cell and he found contraband under my bunk, and it's not mine. I just moved in the cell, so I can't fight the ticket. I can't refuse it because they found it under my bed, and they ain't never said we have to clean our cells when we first move in. So when I got here, I caught a ticket for that.
So what about the one in September? Was that contraband that was under your?
I hate when that happens.
Too? In the unknown meds?
No, meds. That right there, she saw a pill. I chew my meds. I don't swallow. I don't use no water or nothing. And she seen a little piece of a pill under my tongue, and I'm not taking no type of narcotics. I'm taking mental health meds. So I chew my meds all the time.
Got that lithium.
That's right there. It was like a little problem. She was overdoing her job. Okay. So I couldn't. I try to argue with that, but I'm not trying to stay in SEG all that time just to fight the ticket.
So Mr. Barnes, do you know? Okay, so what if everyone that they gave medication to had just a little piece of their daily meds under their tongue, and they took it out and they decided to sell it, and another person got high off of it? Like they have to have some kind of protocol for giving the medication. You know what I
She
mean?
sent me to the box 3 times. That lady sent me to the box 3 times. That same officer with that same ticket. It's a different ticket, but she's that same medication lady. She sent me to SAG 3 times. She had something against me. Yeah. I'm just trying to tell you, the first time she said she seen a little pill. Next time she said I was cuffing my meds, and it wasn't me. She was after another guy, and they went and searched my cell, and that's when they found contraband. Okay. They ain't find no medication.
So Mr. Barnes, tell me what happens when you're out on parole and your parole officer finds some contraband on your person. How do you handle that?
I'll tell him what I had it for. Explain why I had it in my pocket and what I was doing with it.
And what if he doesn't believe you or she doesn't believe you and he still wants to remand you back to custody? What happens then?
I go back to jail. I mean, I'm guilty of that. If I have it in my pocket, yeah, I'm guilty because I ain't followed my parole. I ain't following the parole rules. I'm on parole.
So Mr. Barnes, can I be honest with you, sir? You know, I'm happy to see that you have an adequate release plan. It looks like your dad's going to provide some type of employment for you. You were talking about going to the Liberation House in Stanford. So that's a potential job. It looks like you want to be released to a halfway house. Why can't you live with your dad?
I could live with my dad, but some people in jail, they said when you wanted to go straight to your family house, they kind of deny you because they feel you didn't get rehabilitated.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying because it's just, I mean, like I ain't showing them I want more program. I want more help. I need more help in the world.
Well, I hate to say that, you know, it comes a point where you've run out of times, you know, you've run out of opportunities. Like, it's difficult for me to say I would support your discretionary parole based on your record, sir. You know, I mean, you rate out high at 46. Again, you have these 11 failures, you have the tickets. It's all working against you instead of for you, sir.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but some of my tickets is from being in an environment. I got a less crimer, and the other guys have got time. You putting,
we've heard
I'm
that.
saying you're like yeah, but I'm saying I'm in the blocks. Dudes are facing time who got robbery, all that. I ain't had that much time. So I'm just telling you, that's a threat too. When you put me in a cell like that, who got 60, 80 years, and I only got 18 months, and they stressing my bid, that's a threat. That's put myself inside harm's way. They stressing my time.
I understand.
The only thing I can do is defend myself. They're not, ain't no officer, ain't no warden, ain't nobody gonna jump in front of my cell and say, oh, they gonna help me out like that.
Mr. Barnes, I understand exactly what you're saying, sir. It's you know, it's a dog eat dog kind of world in that facility, but prison's it's not made to be easy, sir. And that the only way to avoid being in those kind of predicaments is avoid returning to prison. So for me, my hands are tied, Mr. Barnes. I can't support your discretionary parole. It's you know, I really do hope that you utilize your family support that you have out there to avoid returning to prison, sir. You've been doing this for a long time, and I really do hope you're done. Ms. Turner?
I have no questions for Mr. Barnes.
I wouldn't want to be sealed up with him and him getting denied.
All right. So I have Mr. Barnes denied based on his poor institutional adjustment to disciplinary infractions, his criminal history, and he has not completed any program to address his substance abuse problem, which is drug score is a 5. And we know you're on the wait list. But how is
that my fault though?
It's not.
How is that my fault? They keep saying I'm on the list and they don't not call me. You're blaming me for something DOC problem is.
It's not his fault.
Not mine.
Sir, we could deny you for so many other reasons. Sir.
Yeah, you deny me because of that. The reason you deny me because I got assault on my record for officer.
Okay, Madam Chair, let's change it to inadequate evidence of offender change.
Offender change, that's perfectly fine.
What happened?
Okay. So with regard to Kendrin Barnes, 236338, I move to deny discretionary parole based on his poor institutional adjustment, his criminal history, and inadequate evidence of offender change. You will not receive a new hearing. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, Mr. Barnes, you'll receive this in writing.
This concludes the hearing for Kendrin Barnes, number 236338.
Yeah, you should deny motherfuckers. Yeah. Nigga deny me for criminal history. You blame me for all other shit. Huh? Yeah, fuck them. I knew they was gonna deny me, bro. Yeah. Bro, I got mad tickets. The fuck? No, I'm being pretty clear now. It's no lack of program, but you ain't giving no program.
Next. What the what? Why did I just walk into here?
Hi, this is Alfredo Cuellar, correct?
Yes.
Okay, we'll be right with you.
Hold on
All
one
right.
second. Well, how would you, Mr. I'm sorry. How would you like to be? What pronouns do you use?
Miss.
Miss Cuellar, we'll be right with you, okay?
Miss.
Thank you.
Yep.
Ay.
Taking a look there at our nation's capital, a live look. We do have so many questions now.
Hold on. Give me
On
a minute.
this update that we were
Give me a minute right here. Let me what's going on?
able to get from the NTSB, and now we're joined
Let's see. So I'm gonna go over to the court now. We could go ahead and wait.
by former Marine.
We'll wait over there on we'll wait at the court here. Let's see. Where are we? Calendar. There we go. And this is live right here. All right. It's spinning. That's no bueno. What? Come on. They need to get their stuff straight. So here, okay. All right, cool. We're in the game. We're like EA Sports. We're in the game. Okay, let me turn off this monitor here so we could see better. There we go. All right. Let me see. Hey, 30K likes. Hey, thank you. I appreciate you guys. We're in the FYP. Man, I remember a few weeks back, man, we're some days we would hit 100,000 Ks. One day I remember we hit 200,000 Ks, but got shut down that day. But hey, if you guys could do me a favor, go ahead and do the octopus. For those of you that are not familiar with the octopus, I'll go ahead and demonstrate at my convenience. Let me see. I would hate to be silly. Hell yeah, Debbie. Imagine that guy yesterday. He went back to his cell. He was all pissed off. Where's everybody from while we wait? Hey, thank you, AZ. Highly appreciate that, man. Appreciate that corazon right there. 10 finger, 10 toes. That's right. 10 toes down. That's what I'm talking about. The octopus. Scotland, we got Scotland. That's right. Gaslow Live. Indiana, Scotland, San Diego. And thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, ding, 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 ding. Gracias, AZ. SoCal, Michigan, California, Tucson, Florida, Detroit, North Carolina, Wisconsin, Ohio. Where else? Tucson, Arizona. Man, we got 43 people in here, AZ. And for anybody that's wondering about the backyard, I did clean it up with San Francisco. But I don't know if my wife's going to be happy with the way I cleaned it up. But we shall find out. Nuevo Mexico, Vegas, California. Man, California is definitely deep in the house. Northern California. Sheesh. Ontario, brother. That's right. Jake is coming in. My brother from up north. From the northern side of North America, if you will. PA, we got I live for today, not tomorrow. SoCal or Southern California or California. Beth represent. What county is next? Maricopa County, and it's about to be starting in 6 minutes. All right, so just go ahead and where you at, James? I'm right here. I'm from LA. 213 all day, every day. Born and raised on the west side. We see Central Coast, Cali. That's right. Yeah, so yeah, I grew up in LA. That's where I guess it was a curse, but it was also a blessing depending on how you look at it. You know, I learned a lot of things on the mean streets of LA. And it wasn't like Grand Theft Auto, nothing like it. It was, you know, I grew up in a impoverished neighborhood, and it was rough. It was really, really rough. I'm not sure how many of you guys could relate, but it was something ugly. Yeah, real life. But luckily, I don't live there anymore. I don't live in those areas anymore. I live in suburbia, where I'm probably like the only brown person that lives here. I relate. Let me see. Let me see here. You see, Ash Trevino, the Nunu is there. Can you smell? You know, oh no! Well, I didn't even know what Nunu meant till you said that. If I could smell it, I think I might have got some type of taste in my mouth. Might have to go wash my mouth now. My mom lived in Lancaster, Palmdale. No bueno. Oh, hey, you know what they say about Palmdale, Lancaster? They say that the trash of LA, that's where it ends up in Palmdale, Lancaster. That's a trip. Let me see. I wish they did the cases in Cali. Man, hey, I wish too. Chippy, I wish they did too. I'll be all over that. I'll be like white on. I would be on those cases like white on rice. Do you know where Lincoln Heights is? Hell yeah, I know where that's at. It's on the east side over there. You know, it's through the cut. You jump on the 5 and you get off the freeway and boom, you're right there on El Sereno, Lincoln Heights. I used to go to that area before, like back in the days. My daughter's mom, she had family over there, so sometimes my daughter would be taken care of over there, and I would have to go pick her up. Let me see facts. Let me see Frank, the mustache judge. Oh, hopefully that judge. Yeah, I like that judge. I definitely like that judge. He seems like he's fair. I grew up there. Okay, in El Sereno, right? Oh yeah, I'm familiar with the area. What street? I know there's a school right there. I don't know what school it was. I don't know. Is it Lincoln Heights or Roosevelt? I know there's a school right there, like on the boulevard, but I don't recall the name of it. Let me see. I lived in Lincoln Heights and El Sereno. What? Hell yeah, that's what's up. Rep your city. I grew up on the west side. I'm from the Mid City area, and also the Pico Union. We always lived close to Pico Boulevard. For those of you that know where that's at, we used to. I grew up off of Pico and Vermont, and then we moved down to Pico and Crenshaw, and then we moved down to Pico and La Brea. So we would always live close to Pico. We always had a close tie to Pico Boulevard. And if you guys wouldn't mind, if you guys are new here and you guys haven't followed, if you guys could go and hit that follow button, it's free 99. Damn, Crenshaw. Yeah, well, I used to live right on Crenshaw Boulevard. Right there, right on the boulevard, in some little building, some little rundown building. Hey, Beth, thank you for the follow. Highly appreciate it. Yeah, so if you haven't done so, please do so. Hit that follow and also do the octopus. It's free 99, doesn't cost you anything. You'll be like, what the hell? I never heard of the octopus. You heard it here first. I don't know how the hell I came up with that. But if you ever hear somebody say the octopus, they stole it from James. It wouldn't be the first time that they steal something, but I was the first. All right. Hey, Ashley, thank you. Appreciate the like. Jenna, thank you for the like. Highly appreciate it. And Chippy, thanks for the octopus emoji. All right, T-minus 2 minutes. Hopefully they're starting up on time. And if they are, they should be starting up in the next 2 minutes. And I could go and start rambling, and I could go ahead and start cracking the jokes at the expense of these individuals. But when is court? In about 2 minutes. Might be a minute and a half now. No say. But there's something to be learned from other people's miseries, you know, from the things they go through. You know, being incarcerated is definitely not fun. I wouldn't want to be incarcerated for a day. I don't got time to do time. What did you get your wife for Valentine's Day besides the... Hey, so I got a story for you, okay? So I went down to Costco. For those of you that don't know, Costco got the deals. All right. So they sell a dozen red roses. I went to Costco really quick. I beelined it to the flower section. Got some roses. I think the roses were probably maybe $20 for a dozen. Then I went over to the refrigerated items, and I got her a dozen dipped chocolate strawberries. So then, because now they got those automated kiosks when you check out. So I went, but the line was freaking long. It was like they're giving that stuff away in Costco. The lines were just something ugly. But luckily, it was moving fast. So I check out, and then when I hate when you're about to walk out the store. There's like these long lines. They're checking your receipt, and like, man, I don't got time for this today. I'm out, man. So there was a path in the middle. So I just went through the middle, and the lady started screaming, "Sir, we gotta see your receipt." Man, I just kept on walking, man. I don't got time for that. Whatever. You're gonna tackle me. I need to get paid, but nobody tackled me, so I'm still here. So as you can see, my face is still, it came out unscathed, as if you will. So she was like, "Sir," and then the other guy was like, "Sir, come back." Whatever, man. I didn't even respond to him. I just kept on walking. Whatever. I had the receipt in my hand, and then okay, court is starting. So I just jumped in the car. I took off, and I came, and I gave my wife her things. And I told her, I was like, "Man, they want you to check my receipt." She was like, "No, you didn't do it." Was that an old lady? And I was like, "Yeah, why?" She's like, "Why do you always do that? It's so embarrassing." Whatever, I paid for it. Like, I just don't want to stop, like whatever. And yeah, so that's what I got my wife. And then, but then I did a double dip on that one. So I had to ask my wife, I was like, "What do we buy? What do we get for a 6-year-old?" She was like, "I didn't get her nothing." I was like, "Then I'm gonna have to give her a rose and some chocolate dipped strawberries." So then she got home. I gave them to her. I was like, "Hey, I got this for you, toma." And then she gave me a hug. And you broke the Costco law. Hey, sometimes you gotta do it. If they cancel my membership, whatever. I don't care. I'll get $60 back if they do. That's me. I never stop. You know what? Normally I don't trip, but it's just the line was too long, and I just had 2 items. I had a freaking like roses. Who's gonna go to Costco and steal roses and dip chocolate? Not me. So plus I had the receipt in my hand. So then my daughter, I'm in the room because I rearranged some of my stuff here in the room today. That's why I haven't been on, because I broke down a lot of stuff and I rearranged it. So it took me a little bit of time to put it. What are they gonna do? Call the Costco? That's what I'm saying. I paid for it. Like I can't steal what I already paid for. All right. So then my daughter, she comes into the room. She's like, "Hey, Papa, I got something for you." So she gives me like this card and some candy, and I was like, and the card said "from Ryan," and I was like, "Who's Ryan? You didn't give me this. You're just regifting the gifts they gave you at school." She made me proud when she did that. I dropped a little tear. She's a quick thinker for being 6 years old. That's burglary. Don't you understand why? All right. On The Price is Wrong, laughing my ass off. All right. So, hey, listen, for those of you that don't think it's live, listen to the time and the date. Oh, it's the judge that breathes hard. He breathes hard. I hate that judge. Is he whistling? What the hell is this guy doing? I feel like he's breathing on my neck over here. It's not as fun as it sounds. Let me adjust this here a little bit.
Okay, this is the 8 p.m. initial appearance docket. You're going to be called in here individually and told why you're here. When you come into the room, there's a lectern in the center of the room. Stand behind that. Give me your full name and date of birth. I will be giving you important information concerning your case. You don't have to try to memorize what I tell you, because before you leave the area, you'll receive a printed copy of the document that contains all the important information concerning your case to take with you. If you're someone who's here in a probation violation matter, that'll be heard in Maricopa County Superior Court. Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you at this time, so you'll have counsel at your next court appearance. If you are someone who is released, you need to make sure that you carefully review the release order and comply with any conditions it may contain. For example, if the conditions contained in your release order include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime or having contact with alleged victims or witnesses, and you violate those conditions and you're taken into custody for that reason, you will not be released from custody easily again. All right, we'll start with Raymond Schuff, and then after Mr. Schuff will be Anthony Rodriguez.
All that whistling at work right here when you're about to like throw people in jail. Hey,
Full
what's
name,
up? How's
date
it
of
going,
birth?
22?
12481.
And your full name?
Raymond Schuff.
All right, Mr. Schuff, you were previously charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6. You were to be sentenced on July 10th. When you didn't show up, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $2,500 bond. Your next court date now will be February 21st at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. The reason you're with us tonight is because you were arrested earlier today, charged with resisting arrest, risking physical injury, that's a Class 6 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, and obstruction by refusing to give correct name to law enforcement. That's a misdemeanor. I appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Under Arizona law, if you are arrested, charged with a felony, and released, which you were earlier today on the charge that you bench warranted on, and while you were on that release, you are arrested and charged with committing a new felony, you're not entitled to be released on bond or otherwise. So you'll be held without bond on your new arrest today. Your next court date will be February 21st at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix in that matter also. And your order is right over there.
Thank you.
All right.
Next.
Anthony Rodriguez, then it'll be Sierra Hernandez.
Sierra Hernandez, Your Honor.
Full name, date of birth, please. Full name, date of birth?
Anthony Rodriguez.
Date of birth?
12484.
All right, Mr. Rodriguez, you were previously charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, let me get that up here.
Hey, what up, David?
And you were... let me get your case. You were to have appear at a status conference on August 9th. When you didn't show up, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $500 bond. Your next court date in that matter now will be February 21st at 8:30 Superior Court downtown Phoenix. You heard what I said to the last defendant. When you're on felony release, and you're arrested for committing a new felony, you're not entitled to be released on the new felony or have a bond set or be otherwise released. On the case that you were arrested on earlier today, which is possession of dangerous drugs, I point the public defender's office. Your next court date will be February 21st at 8:30 Superior Court downtown Phoenix, but there'll be no bond set, all right? Your order's right over there.
Oh, excuse me. I didn't get arrested for no drugs today.
You got arrested for possession of dangerous drugs.
Not today, I wasn't. Not when I got arrested.
February 13th, yesterday.
Well,
Yeah, it was the
yesterday.
13th.
I didn't have no drugs on me.
Well, good. I will tell you that based upon the information that's provided in the police report, I believe that there was probable cause to believe that you did possess the drugs. Let me go back and look at this.
This is awesome.
Yeah, possession of dangerous drugs.
What?
Yesterday, February 13th. You. By the way, you were in a diversion program.
Yeah.
And that doesn't change the fact that you were on felony release.
Yeah, but
they
told me I get 2 years to do that, and then that's not even a full year passed by for me to do that.
No, if you are,
I have the paperwork.
If you enroll in a diversion program, that's the same as being on felony release. So it doesn't change anything.
But
he's going
I
to prison.
have no drugs on me, and I still have a whole new year to finish that program off.
Hold on.
Not anymore. He isn't. Hey, so Frank over here said this guy sounds like the guy from Unsolved Mysteries.
And I already started it, so.
Hold on.
So he's from now on he's gonna be known as the unsolved mystery judge. I'm gonna have to get the little sound effects.
Why don't you go ahead and have a seat, and I'll call you back in when I have a chance to go through the file a little more thoroughly.
Could it be
all
true?
Right, that'll be Sierra Hernandez, and then it'll be Brandon Hazlett.
I can't handle his
full
breathing.
name, date of birth, ma'am.
I turned 94.
Full name?
Sierra Daniel Hernandez.
All right. You are here because you have 3 felony convictions in Maricopa County that you are on probation on. And they contend you violated conditions of probation. On January 22nd, a warrant for your arrest was issued. In each case, a $300 bond, in one case a $700 bond, and another, and lastly, a $500 bond. Your revocation arraignment hearing will be in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, on February 21st at 8:30, and your order's right over there. Brandon Hazlett, and then it will be.
Damn, that chick was tall.
Duarte.
She was easily like 6 feet tall. She was man. I wouldn't want to run into her. I would not want to run into her in a dark alley. She looked pretty tough. She looks evil, right, Monica? What? Why is this guy whistling, or is that his breathing? Like, are they whistling at court? I mean, I know I'm not professional, but he's wheezing. Maybe.
Full name, date of birth? Did you hear me?
Did you hear me?
Full name and date of birth.
Hey, who are you talking to?
I'm Brandon Fisher.
Date of birth?
My birthday is 3/14/01.
All right, you, sir, were arrested earlier today. Let me get that up here. And charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a class 4 felony, resisting arrest, risking physical force, or with physical force, a class 6 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, class 6 felony. I appoint the public defender's office to represent you. A $250 secured appearance bond is set. Your next court date is February 21st at 8:30. You're on felony probation in 2 separate cases, 2 separate felony convictions. Your probation officer, when notified of what happened, requested that you be held without bond on the probation violation matters, which your new arrest constitutes a term 1 violation. So on the 2 probation violations matters, you'll be held without bond until your revocation arraignment hearing, at least on February 21st at 8:30, downtown Superior Court. And your order's right over there. Jan Duarte, and then it'll be Johnny Escalante.
Johnny Escalante. So, example, if the bond is granted, does that mean they get released?
Full name, date of birth?
Jan Duarte, 4/25/1999.
All right, ma'am, you have 2 felony convictions here in Maricopa County Superior Court, and in each case they contend you violated conditions of probation, and a warrant for your arrest was issued in each case on November 13th with a $200 bond. Your next court date will be in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, on February 21st at 8:30. You also have a warrant out of Encanto Justice Court. You were cited for obstruction of a thoroughfare.
It is, David.
And
you got dibs?
Failure to obey a police officer, a misdemeanor. You failed to appear on September 26th, and that court issued a warrant for your arrest with a $250 bond. Your next court date in that matter will be in Encanto Justice Court on. Let me get that date.
That's not a woman. That's a dude.
Yeah, it'll be on February 20th at 8:30. All right, your order's right over there.
Thank you.
Escalante, Okay, Johnny Escalante, and then it'll be
Damn,
Janice
this day is getting wilder and
Full
wilder.
name, date of birth, please.
Johnny William Calderon Escalante, July 8, 1993.
All right, you, sir, were arrested earlier today, I believe. No, yesterday. Charged with aggravated assault on a police officer, class 4 felony, resisting arrest with physical force, a misdemeanor. Pretrial services says you're financially capable of hiring your own counsel. If that's not correct, you can request appointment of counsel at any subsequent court proceeding. Secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,200 is set. Your next court date will be February 21st at 8:30 in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. If you bond out, make sure you show up, all right?
Okay. I just got a question. How much is it?
$1,200.
I have to pay today to get the release?
Yeah, $1,200. There you go.
Okay, thank you.
You bet. Janice Acuna, and then it'll be Robert Allen.
Don't nap and nap. Hey, if you're not tapping, you must be napping. What's up? Let's get to that 50K. We're already at 44.
52593.
And your full name. Full name. All right, ma'am. You have a warrant out of Pinal County Superior Court. You have apparently been charged with a form of theft, a felony, forgery, a felony, and failure to appear. Your court date was to be July 19th. When you didn't show up, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $750 bond. Your next court date in this matter will be in Pinal County Superior Court on February 20th at 8:30. If you haven't bonded out, the Pinal County Sheriff will pick you up to make your appearance. The reason you're here tonight is you were arrested yesterday, charged with 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, class 6 felony, failure to obey a police officer, a misdemeanor. I appoint the public defender's office to represent you. In this case, I set bond in the amount of $50. Your next court date will be February 21st at 8:30 in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. If these dates are the same, it's not your responsibility if you're in custody to, the system will arrange for you to have dates changed so that you don't have any warrants issued, okay? And your order's right over there. Robert Allen, then it'll be Raymond Washington.
Raymond Washington.
Full name, date of birth?
Robert Allen, 7/26/85.
All right, you, sir, were arrested yesterday, charged with 1 count each of the following: possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, class 4 felony; possession of a weapon in the commission of a drug offense, a class 4 felony; possession of narcotic drugs, a class 4 felony; disorderly conduct by fighting, a misdemeanor; shoplifting, a misdemeanor; and obstruction by refusing to give correct name, a misdemeanor. Pretrial services says you're financially capable of hiring your own counsel. A $1,000 secured appearance bond is set. Your next court date will be February 21st at 8:30. Conditions of your release include not going back to the location where this is alleged to have occurred or having contact with the victims or witnesses, okay?
Yes,
the order's right over there.
Thank you.
Hey,
Raymond Washington, and then it'll be Daniel Santos.
Have you guys ever seen anybody on here that you guys knew?
Full name, date of birth.
Raymond John Washington, 3/13/1993.
All right, a direct complaint has been filed against you by the county attorney's office. It alleged that in December of 2022, you committed the offense of possession of narcotic drugs, a class 4 felony. This warrant was issued last March 14th. Are you were picked up in the Department of Corrections? Is anything holding you? Are you going to go back there?
No.
I was in the jurisdictions of the tribal land.
Yeah.
And that's how I got the tribal held me, the DLC out there, until I got extradited here. And
all right. Well, I'm going to follow the pretrial services recommendation. The public defender's office appointed to represent you. They recommended that a bond be set of $500. Your next court date will be in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, on February 21st at 8:30. And your order's right over there. Daniel Santos, and then it'll be Melissa Seeger.
Daniel Santos? He used to be a famous singer in Puerto Rico.
Full name, date of birth?
06/03/1998.
All right, you, sir. Let me get your case up here. You were previously charged with one count of, apparently these occurred in different situations, but one count of criminal damage by defacement, a Class 5 felony, one count of criminal damage by defacement, a different incident, a Class 6 felony, and then criminal damage by defacement, a misdemeanor. The Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you. A status conference was scheduled on February 13th. When you didn't show up, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $500 bond. Your next court date now will be February 21st at 8:30, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. And your order's right over there. Melissa Seeger. Then it'll be Richard Alcantar. Full name, date of birth, ma'am.
Melissa Sager, 42970.
All right, you were arrested earlier today, charged with 2 counts of possession of narcotic drugs, Class 4 felonies, 2 counts of possession of dangerous drugs, Class 4 felonies, 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia. That should be a Class 6 felony, but they marked it wrong. I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You also are on felony probation.
No, sir.
Huh?
No, sir.
Well, hold on. You're right. I'm sorry. It's not felony probation. It's a warrant that was issued out of West Mesa Justice Court. You were charged with criminal trespassing in December, just last December. When you didn't show up, they issued a warrant for your arrest, but it's your first arrest warrant in that case. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to release you on supervised release on the new felony. I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. The paperwork you get will have the phone number of pretrial services. Call them within a few days of your release and touch base with them, okay? All right, your next court date will be February 28th at 8:30, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. And then I don't know if I mentioned the Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you. On the case out of West Mesa Justice Court, this is your first arrest warrant in that case, a misdemeanor. So I'm going to go ahead and release you on your own recognizance. Well, you know what let's see. How many, okay, let me back up a little bit here. Let me.
I was in the hospital when I missed that court date.
Okay, Justice Court. What number was this?
Hey, thank you, Chippy. I like the motivation. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, this is your first arrest warrant in that case also. So I'm releasing you on your own recognizance in that case to appear in West Mesa Justice Court on March 4th at 8:30. Wait,
Okay.
Hold on one second. I got to amend that because it didn't show up right. Yeah.
She's getting a break today.
All right, we will go ahead and have a seat. We'll bring the order. Yeah, go ahead and have a seat. We'll bring it, but you're being released on both of them, all right?
Next! Damn, she got love today.
Richard Alcantar, and then it will be...
Hey, DJ, thank you for the follow.
Jonte
Highly
Brown.
appreciate you. Shout out to DJ and for anybody that's following.
Full name,
Appreciate
date
you
of
guys.
birth, please.
Richard Alcatar. Yep.
What was your date of
December
birth?
1st, 2000.
All right. You were arrested earlier today, charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, class 6, public defender's office appointed to represent you. I'm releasing you on supervised release to appear in Superior Court on February 28th at 8:30. And your paperwork will be the phone number for pretrial services. Call them within a few days of your release and touch base with them, all right?
Thanks,
there
sir.
you go.
Hey, and David, hey, that's right, David. Don't forget to hit that like and
Jonte
follow.
Brown, and then it will be Cotrin Guterres Orozco. Full name, date of birth.
Jonte Brown, April 7th, 2003.
All right, you were arrested earlier today, charged with possession of drug paraphernalia, a misdemeanor. You were cited out of Manistee Justice Court. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in Manistee Justice Court on March 5th at 10:30. I take that back. Everything I've just read to you will be on your order. Okay, there you go.
Thanks.
Hey, we still need to see that one guy that the guy said that
Orozco, and then it'll be Benjamin Samuel.
the guy that said that he didn't have any drogas on him, any rugs on him. This should be interesting. Do you guys think he got it wrong, the judge?
Full name, date of birth.
Corinne Gutierrez Orozco, October 4, 2003.
All right, ma'am, you were arrested yesterday, charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a class 4 felony, shoplifting, a misdemeanor, and disorderly conduct by fighting, a misdemeanor. I appoint public defender's office to represent you. I'm releasing you on your own recognizance to appear February 28th at 8:30 in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. Conditions of your release include not going back to the location where this is alleged to have occurred, all right?
Oh, that guy from Red.
Okay, I was drunk, so I don't remember where
okay, well,
where I was.
Anyway, don't go back to the location like the store or wherever this, the business, whatever.
I don't remember.
Well, okay.
I don't
Which one it was.
All right, you might check with somebody who was with you and make sure you don't go back there.
I also don't have any drugs.
All right, there you go. Your order's right over there.
Huh?
Come again? Yeah, I don't think she's playing with
Benjamin Samuel, then it'll be Spanish speakers.
I don't think she's playing with a full deck.
Full name, date of birth.
Benjamin Samuel, 10/27/2001.
All right, out of Arrowhead Justice Court, a warrant for your arrest was issued when you failed to appear on December 4th for driving on a suspended or revoked license. This is your first arrest in this case. The amount of the warrant was $1,300. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance because this is the first arrest warrant. Make sure you show up the next time. Your next court date will be February 4th at 2 p.m. in Arrowhead Justice Court. All right?
You said when again?
Everything I told you is printed on that form.
Okay, thank you.
You bet.
Thank you, Jess. Hey, I don't think she knew she was in court.
You got an interpreter?
I don't know. Is that a curse or a blessing?
Hello.
I don't know.
Hello?
Sometimes I wish I had that problem. Hey, DJ, thank you for the like, Michael.
Yeah, let me check on that file again. I'll be right with you.
Yeah, check on that, Your Honor. Oh, there he goes whistling again. Hey, thank you,
Well,
Kate.
I'll have to wait till we get through the interpreters, I guess.
Oh, man, hopefully they don't get a Timo. Hopefully no Timo interpreters today. You gotta slow down on those interpreters.
My name is Francisco. ID number is 40594.
Hey, John Carr,
All
thank you.
right,
Appreciate that.
thank you. Can you hear me?
No.
Yes, I can hear you finally.
All right. We are an open court. We have 2 Spanish speakers. 3 Spanish speakers.
Tres?
This is their initial appearance. They've been arrested within the last 24 hours. I tell them why they're here and what their conditions of release are. We'll start with Renee Trinidad, and they're not seated in the courtroom. They're outside in another, they're in another office connected to us. I'll tell you when they're here. Yeah. All right. I'd like Renee to give me his full name and date of birth.
Hey, what do you think the compas are in for? Drinking?
Hola, señor René Trinidad.
DUI?
¿Me podría dar su nombre completo y su fecha de nacimiento?
Thank you, Junker.
René Salinas Trinidad, 24 de agosto de 1969.
1989.
69.
69. René Salinas Trinidad, August 24th, 1969.
All right, Renee, you were arrested earlier today, charged with aggravated driving while under the influence, a Class 4 felony, and driving the wrong way on a freeway while intoxicated, a Class 4 felony.
Muy bien, señor René, usted ha sido arrestado el día de hoy por el cargo de delito mayor por manejar bajo los efectos de alcohol o droga, y que es un clase 4 delito mayor, y por manejar del lado contrario de la autopista mientras estando intoxicado, lo cual es un clase 4 delito mayor.
The Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you as your attorney. Bond is set in the amount of $500. Your next court date will be in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix on February 21st at 8:30. Do you have any questions?
La Oficina de Defensores Públicos se le ha asignado para su representación legal. Su fianza es de $500 y su próxima fecha para el tribunal sería en el Tribunal Superior del Centro de Phoenix, el cual sería puesto el 1 de febrero a las 8:30. ¿Tiene usted alguna pregunta?
Hey, luckily nobody got
¿La fianza
hurt.
de cuántos, perdón?
Yup. Right, Chacha?
How much the bond is, sorry?
$500.
That's
You
it.
can get it through a bonding company.
Son $500, cual lo puede pagar a través de una institución de fianzas.
And your order's right over there. All right, next we have Jose De Rios. He's not here yet.
Unsolved felonies.
Here he comes.
Ay, ay, ay. All right, up next.
Listen, we have an interpreter. Would you give me your full name and date of birth, please?
A lot of people.
Hola, yo soy su intérprete en español el día de hoy. Es un gusto asistirle. ¿Me puede decir su nombre completo y su fecha de nacimiento, por favor?
José Luis Martínez de Dios.
¿Fecha de nacimiento?
3 de octubre del 1998. 3 de octubre.
October
Sí.
3rd, 1998.
All right. You were arrested yesterday and charged with the following: aggravated assault, domestic violence form, impeding breathing by choking, a Class 4 felony. Go ahead, Mr. Interpreter.
Agua.
Usted fue arrestado el día de ayer con el cargo, el cual es siguiente: agresiones agravadas por violencia doméstica al impedir la respiración por ahorcar, lo cual es un delito mayor de clase 4.
A misdemeanor assault,
También tiene un cargo de delito menor
and 3 counts of contributing to the delinquency of a minor, Class 1 misdemeanors.
y tiene 3 cargos por la morosidad de un menor, son delitos menores.
I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you as your attorney, and bond is set in the amount of $3,600.
That's it?
Your
That's an
next
outrage.
court date will be February 21st at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix.
He asignado a la Oficina de Defensores Públicos para su representación legal. Su fianza quedó de $3,600 y la próxima fecha de su tribunal es el próximo 21 de febrero a las 8:30 en el Tribunal Superior del Centro de Phoenix.
Conditions of your release, if you bond out, are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have contact with victims or witnesses, and if an order of protection is issued and you're served with a copy, you must comply with its terms.
Las condiciones de su libertad, si usted paga la fianza, son las siguientes. Por ninguna razón puede regresar a la escena del crimen alegado, no puede tener contacto con las víctimas o los testigos. En dado caso de que se expida una orden de protección su contra, deberá usted cumplir los términos.
Do you have any questions?
¿Tiene alguna pregunta?
Intento de... a mí yo me defendí por el que intentaron abusar de mí, era a mí. Y entonces, no sé quién me denuncia que yo intenté profanar a alguien más. Si yo tenía días avisando a los vecinos también que me intentaron violar.
Okay, what? He said that somebody tried to rape him.
I was defending myself. They tried to abuse me. I don't know who is suing me to try to profanate somebody else. I was having days telling the neighbors that they tried to violate me or rape me.
According to the police report, you were the aggressor. You assaulted people, and you can discuss this matter with your attorney. But the police report satisfies that you were the aggressor.
El reporte policial dice que usted fue el agresor, que usted es el que estaba agrediendo a las personas. Puede hablar con este caso con su abogado, pero el reporte policial satisface que usted fue el agresor.
Okay. All right. The order's right over there.
Hey, so
okay, we have. Let's see here.
I would say that
you said we had 3.
In that case,
Your Honor, is
I would rather be the defendant than the victim on that one.
Oh, okay, number 29. All right. Yeah, Mr. Robles, come in, please.
Por favor.
But that's just me. What is this guy gonna
Full name and date of birth, please.
Hola, yo soy su intérprete en español el día de hoy. Es un gusto servirle. ¿Me puede dar su nombre completo y fecha de nacimiento?
Sí, Paulo Jaciel Morales Robles.
¿Fecha de nacimiento?
13 de septiembre 1993.
Paulo Jaciel Morales Robles, December 13,
Morales Robles. Disculpe, el primer apellido es Morales Robles. Morales.
My last name is Morales Robles.
Sí, yeah.
Okay. You were arrested earlier today and charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony. I appoint the Legal Defender's Office to represent you as your attorney.
Usted fue arrestado el día de hoy con cargos de posesión de drogas peligrosas, lo cual es un delito mayor de clase. He asignado a la Oficina de Defensores Públicos para que sea su representación legal.
I'm releasing you on your own recognizance to appear in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix on February 28th at 8:30 in the morning. Do you have any questions?
Lo voy a estar dejando en libertad bajo su propio reconocimiento, bajo la promesa de que usted va a aparecer al Tribunal Superior en el centro de Phoenix el 28 de febrero a las 8:30. ¿Tiene alguna pregunta?
Sí, pues que sí, pero eso me pasa por andar saludando a gente extraña. Ya no voy a saludar a gente extraña.
Yes, this happens to me because I was speaking with strange people. I'm not going to speak with strange people anymore.
All right. Just make sure you show up for the court date. Everything I've told you is printed on that form you get.
Muy bien, nada más asegúrese de aparecer al tribunal la fecha que se le indique. Todo lo que le he dicho está impreso en el papel que le voy a dar.
There you go. It's right over there. Okay. All right. Thank you, Monsieur Interpreter. Excellent job.
Thank you very much for using our services. We're always here to assist. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you. All right. We have two people who are house calls. Lakota Storch has 4 probation violation arrest warrants. The bond amount in 2 of them that I'm affirming is $250. One is $100, and the last one is $500. The next court I appoint, let's see, where am I here? The next court date for this defendant will be a revocation arraignment hearing February 21st at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. And then lastly is Honani Sefan, who was charged with December 16th. Let me skip the case. Okay. Was previously charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a class 4 felony, and shoplifting, a misdemeanor, failed to appear for a status conference on January 2nd. An arrest warrant was issued with a $2,500 bond, which I'm affirming next court date will be February 21st at 8:30. Now, I have that. What was the number?
16.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, 16.
Yeah, why are you
17.
asking for him? You don't want to hear. This guy.
Let me go back through
Hi,
that.
James. Happy Valentine's Day. Gracias, Lotus. How's it going? And if you haven't done so, please do so. Hit that follow button. It's free.
Final cost statement on new charges unavailable. No addendum upload at the time of inquiry. Okay.
Try it. You'll like it.
You're right. I don't know how this happened. All right. I'm going to modify. I can't believe.
You can't believe what?
That got through.
Maybe if you would stop whistling and start reading and focus on the reading, this wouldn't be happening, Judge, Your Honor.
No probable cause on that charge.
Strange. Ever since the first time I've heard this judge, man, he's a strange one. He's definitely a strange one. He knows you are listening.
You can call them in.
This is crazy. Hey, I think we're about to find out right now. Hold on to your panties or your boxer briefs.
Okay, Mr. Rodriguez, the case, let's see, 16, that you failed to appear at a status conference on, your next court date will be
Dog whistle.
40 am I here? February 21st at 8:30. I will affirm the amount of the bond that was set when you failed to appear of $500. You're correct. There is no statement. For some crazy reason, they omitted any statement. I didn't catch that. I mean, that's never happened before when I don't know what happened, but anyway, there's no probable cause, so you're not going to be held on that charge, but there'll be a court date set. It'll be the same one, February 21st at 8:30. At that time, they can possibly correct what is deficient in the police report, all right? So if you bond out on one case, the 500, the one you missed the court date on, make sure you show up, and the other case will be heard. Probably they will correct what the deficiency. All right, there you go.
I got a question. How would I have known that I got a sentence hearing?
You've got a $500 bond set on the case that you.
Yeah, but how would I have known that I've got that?
How would you what?
How would I have known to have it? Because I had no idea I had.
I'll tell you how you knew. Let me go back here.
He's assuming.
Because I saw it make all my court appearances.
Well, no. What they did actually, they issued the warrant. You were. Let me see.
I think.
All right, the prosecution was suspended for the diversion program. You didn't do what you were supposed to do. The prosecutor requested that the prosecution be resumed. They mailed notice of this to you, and it was return mail. I will tell you where it was mailed. If you changed addresses and you didn't tell anybody, it was mailed to you at 2028 West Indian School Road.
Yeah.
You changed addresses, right?
Well, I was homeless for a while.
Okay. Well, see, that's what happened, and they had no choice but to issue a warrant for your arrest. Anyway, there you go. Good luck.
Damn. That's a tough. Right, that's a tough. Right. That's a tough.
Did I get this last guy? Stefan Honesi. Did I take care of that? I think I did, didn't I?
I wouldn't want to be in front of this judge here. He just seems like he's not playing with a full deck of cards.
I took care of that.
Full deck
of
cards.
Log off. All right.
All this whistling and humming and stuff. All right. So this is it. There's still one more tonight. It's going to be at 10 p.m., so that'll be in about 2 hours and 13 minutes for those of you that care, for those of you that like these streams. If you haven't done so, please do so. Hit that follow button. It's free 99. Doesn't cost you a thing. Don't be a Scrooge McDuck. Don't be a Mr. Krabby Patties. You know you like it. You got to do it, and it's free. I mean, why wouldn't you want to hit the follow? You know, you're going to help me out. You're going to help me get to that, almost to that 20,000, if you will. Anyhow, hey, I do appreciate you guys. I am Collect Call James, and you are watching. You have a Collect Call From. And like I say around here, life's like a candle. Once you blow it out, it lights out. And with that, remember, if you don't hear the toilet flush and you don't see me, then it's not the real deal. You got an imposter. Don't do that to yourself. Don't sell yourself short. Come to the real deal over here. The real Maricopa hearings, the real parole board hearings. I got you guys. And with that, I'm out. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hey, what's up? What's up, Paris? How's it going? Court should be starting up in the next few minutes. What's up, Jenna? And Mom up too, if you will. Let's see here. All right. Let's see. Let me move this a little bit like so. What court? 619. This is gonna be Maricopa County. Maricopa County Court. Oh yeah, just in time. Yeah. Let's see what I've gotta do. Let me activate. Gotta refresh it. Hey, thank you, Triple C. Highly appreciate that. Good looking out. Gracias. All right, all right. Welcome to You Have a Collect Call From. Well, we're going to see what's happening in Maricopa County's initial appearance court system. If that makes any sense. If you're here, you've probably been here before. Highly appreciate you guys. If you guys go ahead and tap, 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 that'll definitely help us out over here. Because if you're not tapping, you must be napping. That's right, one chippy. Hit that squid action. Oh, B-Day. Thank you for all you do. Happy Valentine's Day. Gracias. B-Day. All right, all right. Dilly, is it Dilly Bar? Thank you for the like. Highly appreciate it. This court should be starting up in the next few moments. Just sit tight and we'll go ahead and get into it. On YouTube, the vertical. I'm not sure why it looks green, but whatever. Hey, what's up? What's up, Rebo Mama? How's it going? I'm trying out this vertical stream over here on YT. If you come over to YT, you might see 2 streams running. It's Lynn. Hey, all right, Lynn. That's right, Lynn. Coming in undercover. Let me see. Get tapping or James will be napping. Hey, that last judge, man, he was on a good one. He was about to put me to sleep. I'm hoping he's not here tonight. I'm hoping that he's gone. He's gone for the night. And let me see. Well, good morning for me. It's midnight here. What? Let me see. What makes you? What let me see. What that was. What makes you prefer the projector over the split screen? That's a very good question. And there's a number of reasons that I do it, all right? So the first one is that I like to run double streams at the same time, and my computer can't handle me doing YT and TT at the same time. So by me doing it like this, I'm able to give you whoever the people that are on YT, they're able to they get that good 1080 1080p full HD on YT, all right? And by me doing it like this, then I'm able to share it on TT. If I use the what do you call it, the live studio, I'll only be able to, I could only stream on TikTok, if that makes any sense. So I know a lot of people, I mean, yeah, I obviously you guys want to see like good quality videos and whatnot, streams. If you want to do that, I would suggest just jumping on over to YT at CollectCallFrom. And there's some other reasons that I do it also, but I'd rather not share. And all right. So hopefully that makes sense for you, Holly. Yeah, maybe one day I'll be able to afford a computer that could handle that. You know what? That the what do you call it? the TikTok live studio, it hogs up a lot of resources on it's a real data hogger or memory hogger on the because I'm using a laptop, and it hogs it up. So I've tried in the past to do 2 streams because I use OBS for YT, and I use Live Studio for TT, but my computer can't handle it. I thought it could, but it can't. But yeah, hopefully one day I'm able to upgrade, and if I am able to upgrade, hey, what's up, Kayla? How's it going? Gracias. Hey, does it for you guys that are over here on the vertical YT stream? Does it look? It looks green, right? Because it looks green on my side, and I haven't added any filters. On TT, it looks good. Oh man, is this thing?
Does include allegations of 1 count of narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony, 1 count of taking identity of another, a Class 4 felony, 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony, 1 count of drug paraphernalia violation, Class 6 felony, 1 count of obstruction or refusal to provide a true name, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and 1 count of criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference on February 21st at 8:30, an evidentiary hearing that same day at 1:30, and a preliminary hearing on February 24th at 8:30. It looks like you have another pending felony case at this time, and because you were out on felony release at the time you were picked up for these new charges, you are being held non-bondable tonight. The hearing set for February 21st at 1:30 in the afternoon is the time set for your attorney to present evidence to the court to determine if bond should be set on this case. All of that information will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No sé.
No, I guess not. I do have something to say that none of those things were mine. It didn't belong to me. I was just using the backpack at the time. Then the friend that I thought I was a friend told me it was okay to sleep inside his truck at the time because it was cold. But I don't have no way to prove all that. So, yeah.
So you are entitled to a trial, and you're not being found guilty tonight. And so I would recommend presenting that evidence to your attorney so they can use that moving forward when it comes to the trial, okay?
Okay.
If you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, man.
Mr. Next. Hardwick to the podium and Mr. Allen to the chair. Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Aaron Hardwick, 1568.
Thank you, sir. And it does look like we have 2 cases on the calendar here. We've got a new Superior Court case, which includes 1 count of narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. You'll have a status conference February 21st at 8:30, an evidentiary hearing February 21st at 1:30, and a preliminary hearing February 24th at 8:30. It looks like you have a second case on the calendar, and that's a failure to appear bench warrant that was issued. I'm going to affirm the attorney that was previously appointed to represent you, and those same dates of the status conference and the preliminary.
Oh man, it's buffering again. Hey, so just so you guys are aware, on YT, I'm running 2 streams. I'm running the vertical stream, and I'm also running it the regular way, with the full HD. I'm just trying it out to check it out because I became aware that oh, somebody put. So I got, where's the full HD? So you go to my lives, go to, click on my name, go to live, and then go to and you'll see 2 streams on there. There's the vertical one. The vertical is not, obviously is not 1080, but they both look they both look to me. I'm going back and forth. Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, I just want to just for you guys that are not aware, I'm running I'm running 3 streams technically. We're doing TT, YT, and 2 on YT, if that makes sense.
I get Mr. Leather's appearance.
Yeah.
Mr. Leathers, I think you're speaking, but I can't hear you.
Oh, Matthew Leathers representing Jonathan Allen.
Thank you, sir. We are here tonight on a new Superior Court case. It does include 1 count of aggravated assault, serious physical injury, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of tampering with physical evidence, a Class 6 felony. Mr. Leathers, are you here today to discuss probable cause, release conditions, or both?
Both.
Okay. If you go ahead and put your probable cause information on the record.
I don't believe the probable cause exists to charge Mr. Allen. In reading the Form 4, the police did not interview any independent witnesses. We have several witnesses who indicate that a knife was pulled on Mr. Allen, and Mr. Allen fired in self-defense. Therefore, we don't believe probable cause exists to charge Mr. Allen for the Class 4.
Thank you, Mr. Leathers. And Mr. Kellerman, does the state have a position?
Yes, Your Honor. The state believes that the Form 4 is to be taken as fact at initial appearances. In it, it indicates that.
Oh no, man! They really need to upgrade their internet over there on.
Mr. Allen shot the victim in the right hip. The state also sees in that in the probable cause statement that a knife was planted by Mr. Anderson. DNA tests showed that neither the victim nor a witness at the scene's DNA was on that knife. The only DNA on that knife was Mr. Allen's. So the state believes he shot an unarmed man and then staged the scene to try and make it appear that it was self-defense. For these reasons, the state believes he is a danger within the community, and the state is requesting a bond of no less than $75,000. State does not object to that being secured appearance. Thank you.
Damn, he ain't going nowhere.
Thank you, Mr. Kellerman. The court is going to find probable cause today. And Mr. Leathers, it does look like you intend on making your appearance on this case for future hearings as well. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
That was a real
Thank you,
roller
Mr.
coaster
Leathers.
there.
So I will note on here that you have retained Mr. Leathers as your counsel, and I'm going to give you some hearings in the downtown Superior Courthouse. You're going to have a status conference on February 21st at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing on February 24th at 8:30 a.m. The state has already provided their recommendations regarding release conditions. Mr. Leathers, would you like to provide your recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor. I'd ask that he be released to pretrial services or a significantly lower bond than what the state had argued for. My client is not a flight risk. He would appear at all future court proceedings. He does have ties to the community. He has a house in the Moon Valley area. He's gainfully employed. He is a small business owner. He employs 22 other individuals who rely upon his business to support themselves and their families. When we look at the release conditions and how they're set, based upon whether or not a person will in fact appear, and looking at the totality of the circumstances, it's clear that he's not a flight risk. He has local ties. He has every intention of appearing in all future court proceedings. So based upon those factors, Your Honor, I do believe that pretrial services or a significantly lower bond than what the state had asked for would ensure his appearance at all future proceedings.
Thank you, Phoenix. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Mr. Leathers. I do have to consider 15 factors in the statute when determining bond, and some of those things include the nature and circumstances of the offense that's charged, whether or not you pose a danger to the community, and whether or not you have a criminal history and any previous failure to appear. And when reviewing all 15 of those things, I do find that a secured appearance bond of $75,000 is appropriate. So I am imposing that bond. You can use a bail bonding company. If you do post that bond, you'll have written conditions of release you'll need to comply with. It will include not returning to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victims, complainants, or witnesses. Now, did you have any questions regarding those release conditions, sir?
This incident happened at my restaurant. So if that's the crime scene, am I not able to work?
Jonathan, do not talk about the facts of the case.
You done messed up.
So without
Your Honor.
saying, yes.
Your Honor, this
Yes,
is the
Mr.
state.
Sullivan?
This is the state. The state has no objection to him returning to his restaurant.
Okay, I will remove that condition.
Actually,
Any other questions?
I'm not sure. It's the phone. I'm not sure.
Mr. Leathers or Mr. Kellerman, any questions regarding the release conditions?
Not from the state, Your Honor. Thank you.
Not from defense, Your Honor. No, thank you.
Just so your word.
Thank you both. And I believe, Mr. Kellerman, you have another case you're going to appear on, but Mr. Leathers, you are free to disconnect if you would like. And Mr. Allen, if you will step to your left, they'll reprint that paperwork and get that to you.
I got
Thank
another
you, sir.
stream running. It's running pretty much a mirror of the
Mr.
screen.
McDaniel to the podium and Mr. Martinez Zuniga to the chair.
This one I'm just pretty much just testing it out, but yeah, I'm not sure why it's green. It's weird. I'm gonna check another phone. Like they're both Samsung phones. On TT looks good. On
Good evening, sir. Could I get your name and date of birth?
YT is
Donovan McDaniel, 42191.
And what's your first name, sir?
Donovan.
Thank you so much. It does look like we are here on a new Superior Court case. It does include one count of aggravated assault, a Class 3 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I am going to appoint an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference on February 21st at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 24th at 8:30. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $75,000. You can use a bail bonding company. If you do post that bond, you'll have written conditions of release. Those will include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victims, complainants, or witnesses. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions? Okay, just step to your left. They'll give you that paperwork, sir. Thank you. Mr. Martinez Zuniga to the podium and Mr. Stiles to the chair.
Hey, what's up? Just here. How you been?
Good evening.
It's buffering again. The dreaded buffer. It should get fixed up in the next moment or two. Once it does, we'll go ahead and continue. I don't think.
And could I get your name and date of birth?
I'm D'Angelo Martinez Zuniga.
I don't think the courts have been paying their. They haven't been paying their. They haven't been paying their internet. Right there. Yeah. All right. So, what can we do? Maybe I should.
6/18/2000.
Thank you, sir. And it does look like we are here on a new Superior Court case. It does include one count of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, Class 3 felony, one count of disorderly conduct with a weapon, a Class 6 felony, and one count of discharging a firearm in city limits, a Class 6 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I am going to appoint an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference on February 21st at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 24th at 8:30. I am setting a secured appearance bond of $50,000. You can use a bail bonding company. If you do post that bond, you will have written conditions of release to include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victims, complainants, or witnesses. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No.
Okay, just step to your left. They'll give you your paperwork.
Hey, if you guys got any
Mr.
loved
Stiles
ones,
to the podium and Mr. Curtis to the chair.
share the stream, please. Sharing is caring. What county is this? Maricopa County.
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Jason Stiles, 52179.
Thank you, sir. And it does look like we have 3 cases on the calendar here this evening, and they're all failure to appear warrants that were issued for you. I'm going to affirm the attorneys that were previously appointed to represent you, and I'm going to set a non-witness violation hearing in 2 of your cases for February 24th at 8:30. And for the 3rd case, it'll be the same date and time, but that case will be set for a status conference. All of these will take place in the downtown Superior Courthouse on Madison Street. You have a secured appearance bond of $2,500 in each case for a total of $7,500. If you post that bond, you will have written conditions of release you need to comply with. You'll need to ensure you attend that hearing to avoid future failure to appear warrants and forfeiture of any bonds that you may post. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
Yeah, how come all the charges are like separated now? Because I was already on probation for all of those, so why are we, wasn't it?
I'm not sure I understand your question. You have 3 different CR cases, criminal cases that have been pending, and you missed a hearing on each of those cases.
I was under the impression there was only one case that was pending. The others were, I was already on probation for.
Did you maybe miss a probation violation hearing?
Yeah.
That's why. So when you miss that probation violation hearing, that's the two cases that is the non-witness violation hearing. Again, they're all the same date and time, and then the 2024 charges is the status conference. So it's to resolve the probation violation issues.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else, sir?
No.
Okay, if you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork. Tyler Curtis to the podium and Alexis Dominguez to the chair.
Up next on The Price is Wrong.
Good evening, sir. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Tyler Curtis, 08/29/2006.
Thank you so much, sir. Do I have the state on the line?
Yes, Your Honor. George Kellerman from the Maricopa County Attorney's Office.
Thank you. It looks like we are here on a new Superior Court case, and it does include one count of narcotic drug possession for use, a Class 4 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference February 21st at 8:30, and a preliminary hearing February 24th at 8:30. Next, we're going to discuss your release conditions. Mr. Kellerman, would you put the state's recommendation on the record?
What question is
yes,
that?
Your Honor. Last night, approximately 24 hours ago, a victim was shot in the chest and the leg. That victim identified Mr. Curtis as the shooter. He is acquainted and knows Mr. Curtis personally. A search warrant was served on Mr. Curtis's residence, and 8 heroin pills were found there. That's the charge that he's being IA'd on and is here tonight. He's been in Arizona approximately a month. He has no real ties to the state, and the state believes that since he's been identified as the shooter in an attempted homicide, that he has a tremendous incentive not to remain in the state to address these drug charges. So for that reason, although it is somewhat atypical, the state believes that a $10,000 secured appearance bond is appropriate on his drug charges because of the, as the state has identified, the other incentive he may now have not to remain here to address those charges. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kellerman. I do have 15 factors I have to include to review when setting bond in this case, and one of those things does include your ties to the community. And based on the information presented to me today in the Form 4, it does indicate that you have limited ties to the state, and you've been here approximately 1 month. And based on the information regarding the surrounding of the facts on how these drugs were taken from you, the court is going to set a secured appearance bond of $10,000. You can use a bail bonding company to post that. If you do post bond, you'll have written conditions of release you'll need to comply with. You'll need to ensure you attend those hearings to avoid any failure to appear warrants and forfeiture of the bond that you may post. Did you have any questions?
Yes, Your Honor, if I may. So during the shooting incident, it's actually still under investigation because of the fact I wasn't there.
So I
don't see what factor that plays.
What I'm going to say, you are welcome to speak on that. However, this is being recorded.
I understand
the state is listening, and they can use this in the future. So I want you to know that, and your attorney is not here tonight.
That's perfectly okay.
As long as you're aware of that, you can continue to speak.
Yes, Your Honor. So that's still under investigation. They have my phone. I have a secure address that I can go to. I have a motor vehicle I can use to get to court. I have no problem showing up because I have no problem proving my innocence.
So the reason the bond is set as high as it is due to, again, your ties to the community, your length of residence in this community, and due to the fact that you are under investigation for another serious crime. And so that is why the bond is being set. Those are all things listed in the statute that I have to take into consideration when I'm setting that bond. For purposes of tonight only, we are only setting bond as to that narcotic drug charge. We are not setting a bond, and you're not being charged at this time for that other crime that we were discussing, okay?
Okay.
Did you have any other questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, if you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork. Thank you, sir.
For the vertical stream,
And
if
Mr.
you're on
Kellerman, is that the last
YT,
case you'll be appearing on?
I don't know why they's green, but
Your
I am running
Honor,
another stream.
I know that Mr. Anderson was a late add-on, and so if the state does, if the court does not object, I'll address the state's recommendation on his release conditions, so I'll just hang around.
I appreciate that, Mr. Kellerman. I will have you enter your appearance again once I get to that case.
Thanks, Your Honor.
Can I have Alexis Dominguez to the podium and Jesus Rico to the chair?
To the chair.
Good evening, sir. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Alexis Mendoza Dominguez, March 16, 1999.
Thank you, sir. And it does look like you have 4 cases on the calendar
Yes.
this evening. And it looks like 3 of them,
Nope.
2 of them are Maricopa County Superior Court probation violation warrants with allegations of violating term 12 in one case and term 1 and 12 in the other case. In the first case with just the one allegation, I'm going to appoint counsel in both of those cases, and you're going to have a probation revocation hearing on February 21st at 8:30. You have a $250 secured appearance bond in the first case, a $5,000 secured appearance bond in the second case. Then you also have a warrant out of Pinal County Superior Court, and it looks like that relates to a DUI from 2023. I'm going to appoint counsel in that case as well and set an arraignment hearing in the Pinal County Superior Court on February 20th at 8:30, and you have a secured appearance bond in that case of $500. And then last, you have a North Mesa Justice Court warrant, and it looks like that relates to an offense in 2023 relating to driving with a license that was suspended, revoked, or canceled. In that case, I will also appoint counsel and set an arraignment hearing in the North Mesa Justice Court for February 19th at 1 p.m. And in that case, you have a secured appearance bond of $50. So you have a total secured appearance bond of $5,800 between your 4 cases. You have 3 hearing dates in 3 different courts. All of that information will be listed in your paperwork, and it does look like they're 3 days in a row. You will have written conditions of release you'll need to comply with. If you do post that bond, it will include contacting your probation officer within 72 hours. All of this information will be listed in your paperwork. But did you have any questions?
No, ma'am. So the total, it would be $5,800 to be bonded?
Correct, for all 4 cases. All right, if you'll step to your left, they'll give you your paperwork. Thank you. Jesus Rico to the podium and Danny Thomas to the chair.
What do you guys think Jesus Rico is in for? Could it be for a little DV?
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Jesus Rico, 12/21/1957.
Thank you, sir. And it does look like we have 2 probation violation warrants on the calendar this evening. The first one is for violating terms 2, 3, and 4. And the other case has allegations of violating 2, 3, 4, 13, and 15.
Not 13.
I'm going to appoint counsel in both cases, and you're going to have a probation revocation hearing on February 21st at 8:30. That will apply to both cases. In one case, you have a secured appearance bond of $2,500. In the second one, it's $500. Between the 2 cases, it's a total secured appearance bond of $3,000. If you post that bond, you'll have written conditions of release to include contacting your probation officer within 72 hours. All of that will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am. I just want, it's kind of hard for me to understand because I'm messing mine.
Okay, did you need me to explain anything again?
No, I'll just talk to my lawyer.
Okay, sounds good. If you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork, sir. Danny Thomas to the podium and Chelsea Tapija to the chair.
I'm trying to.
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Danny Thomas, 5/10/91.
Thank you, sir. And it does look like you are here on a failure to appear bench warrant that was issued for you. I'm going to affirm the attorney that was previously appointed to represent you, and I'm going to set a status conference on February 21st at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 24th at 8:30. I am affirming the secured appearance bond in this case of $2,700. If you do post that bond, you'll have written conditions of release you'll need to comply with. You'll need to ensure you attend those hearings to avoid a future failure to appear warrant and forfeiture of any bond that you may post. Did you have any questions?
Is there any way possible I can get released on pretrial services again? Like, I went 5 years without getting a new charge. I completed probation. I just had a son 2 months ago, and I'm willing to appear. I promise you that.
So my concerns are you were released to pretrial services last time you failed to appear, and in 5 years you have not resolved this issue and you've let the warrant stay outstanding. So for those reasons, the bond is going to remain of $2,700. Any other questions relating to the release orders?
No.
Okay, if you'll step to your left, they'll give you your paperwork. Chelsea Tapija to the chair, and Mr. Tapija to the podium, and A-Rock to the chair.
Hey, City, thank you for the follow.
4/17/1997. Thank you, ma'am. And it does look like you are here on a failure to appear bench warrant that was issued for you. I'm going to affirm the attorney that was previously appointed to represent you and set an arraignment hearing on February 21st at 8:30 a.m. I am affirming the secured appearance bond of $1,000 in this case. You will have written conditions of release you'll need to comply with, and you'll need to ensure you attend that hearing to avoid a future failure to appear warrant and forfeiture of any bond that you may post. Did you have any questions?
No.
Okay, if you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork, ma'am.
That was easy.
Mr. A-Rock to the podium, and Lorinda Malatar to the chair. Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Aquatic Amigo, 22289.
Thank you, sir. And it does look like we are here on a new Superior Court case. It does include 1 count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of narcotic drug possession, a Class 6 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference on February 21st at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 24th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $500 in this case. If your bond is posted, you have written conditions of release you'll need to comply with, and then you'll need to ensure you attend those hearings.
Is that like 10% or?
It is secured appearance, meaning you can use a bail bonding company. Bail bonding companies are typically 10% plus collateral.
All right.
All of this information will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No.
Okay, just up to your left, they'll give you that paperwork, sir. Ms. Malatar to the podium. Anthony Mondesir to the chair.
And how's that working out, John, in Illinois? Are people just getting out for all kinds of crazy crimes, or how does it work, if you don't mind sharing?
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Lorinda Shanice Malater, 72693.
Thank you, ma'am. It does look like we have 3 cases on the calendar. You're on probation in 3 cases, and they've alleged you violated terms 3 and 5 in each of those cases. I'm going to appoint an attorney in each of those cases and set a probation revocation hearing on February 21st at 8:30. That does apply to all 3 cases. In 2 cases, you have a secured appearance bond of $100. In the 3rd case, it's $150. Between your 3 cases, it's a total secured appearance bond of $350. If that bond is posted, you have written conditions of release to include contacting your probation officer within 72 hours. All of that information will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions? Okay, just step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork. Thank you, ma'am.
Wow. Hey, Chippy, thank you for the
Anthony
motivation.
Mondesir to the podium, and Ryan Toady to the chair.
Tita, thank you for the like. Cha-Cha, thank you for the like. Appreciate you guys.
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Yeah, Anthony Mondesir, 10/28/1982.
Thank you, sir. And it does look like you are here on a probation violation warrant with allegations for violating terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you and set a probation revocation hearing on February 21st at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in this case of $200. If your bond is posted, you will have written conditions of release you need to comply with, and then you'll need to ensure that you attend those hearings, or that hearing, excuse me. One of the written conditions of release will include contacting your probation officer within 72 hours. Did you have any questions, sir?
No.
Okay, if you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork, sir.
Is your question the one why?
Ryan Toady to the podium.
Why someone
and
from
Mr.
the state
Abdul Hakim
on the
to
line?
chair.
Was that your question?
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Ryan Toady, September 17th, 1984.
Thank you, sir. And it does look like we are here on a new Superior Court case. It includes 1 count of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I am going to appoint an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference on February 28th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on March 4th at 8:30. I am releasing you today on your own recognizance. That's your promise to appear at that hearing. You will have written conditions of release you need to comply with. You'll need to ensure you attend those hearings to avoid a failure to appear warrant and a bond being set the next time. Did you have any questions? Okay, just up to your left, they'll give you that paperwork. Mr. Abdul Hakim to the podium.
I'm not sure what question you
Jonathan
posted up on YouTube.
Escarga to the chair.
Your Honor.
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Kamal Abdul Hakim,
And your date of birth, sir.
10/11/73.
Thank you, sir. It does look like we are here on a new municipal court case. Looks like it's coming out of Goodyear Municipal Court, and it's for 1 count of criminal trespass in the 2nd degree, a Class 2 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found. However, due to the nature of your charges, you're not entitled to court-appointed counsel, but you can hire one at your own expense. You're going to have an arraignment hearing in the Goodyear Municipal Court on March 5th at 1 p.m. I am releasing you on your own recognizance that you're promised to appear at that hearing.
Thank you.
Your paperwork will include written conditions of release you'll need to comply with. It will also list the date, time, and location of that hearing. Did you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, just step to your left. They'll give you that paperwork. Thank you, sir.
Next, let's see who's up.
Jonathan
Price is
Escarga to the podium and Caleb Hernandez to the chair.
It's busy tonight for our Friday night. It's like everybody got
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Jonathan Escarcega, 3/9/1992.
Thank you, sir. And it does look like you are here on a warrant coming out of the Encanto Justice Court.
Yes.
It dates back to April of 2022 for reckless driving and driving with a suspended license. Looks like you missed a hearing in the Encanto Justice Court on May 17th, 2022. Due to the nature of your charges, you're not entitled to court-appointed counsel, but you can hire one at your own expense. You're going to have an arraignment hearing in the Encanto Justice Court on March 6th, 2025 at 1:30 in the afternoon. I am releasing you today on your own recognizance that you're promised to appear at that hearing. You'll have written conditions of release you need to comply with, and you'll need to ensure you attend that hearing. Date, time, and location will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No, thank you.
Okay, just up to your left, they'll give you that paperwork, sir.
I do.
Caleb Hernandez to the podium.
What's up with them yellow shoes?
And Mr. Anderson to the chair.
Those? What are those? Is this live? Yes, sir, it is.
Good evening. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Caleb Hernandez, August 24th, 2005.
Thank you, sir. And it does look like we are here on a new Superior Court case. It does include one count of having a prohibited weapon, a Class 4 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference on February 28th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on March 4th at 8:30. I am releasing you today on your own recognizance that you're promised to appear at those hearings. You will have written conditions of release you need to comply with. You will also need to ensure you attend those hearings to avoid a failure to appear warrant. All of this information will be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, just up to your left, they'll give you that paperwork.
You know what? I think a lot of places, they have a
Mr.
lot of...
Anderson to the podium.
Like major cities, they got to have arrests like this. I think LA, San Francisco, Dallas, Houston, they got to have arrests like this. The only reason we're aware is because we're watching them.
Good evening, sir. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Woody Anderson, 1867.
Thank you, sir. And can I get the state's appearance for the record?
I am, Bubba.
George
Yes, I am.
Kellerman from the Maricopa County Attorney's Office. Good evening again, Your Honor.
Good evening. It does look like we do have 3 cases on the calendar here. I'm going to start with your new Superior Court case. It does include 4 counts of armed robbery with a deadly weapon, a Class 2 felony, 3 counts of aggravated assault, a Class 3 felony. Actually, excuse me, it's 4 counts of aggravated assault, a Class 3 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. I'm going to give you some hearings in the downtown Superior Courthouse. You're going to have a status conference on February 21st at 8:30 in the morning, and a preliminary hearing on February 24th at 8:30 in the morning. Next, we're going to discuss your release conditions. If the state would like to place the state's recommendation on the record, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, according to the Form 4, Mr. Anderson has an extensive and violent out-of-state felony history, including armed robberies, theft of means of transportation, and I believe, as indicated by the 2 fugitive of justice warrants, other identified out-of-state crimes. So he has an extensive criminal background, and as indicated during this arrest, in February, he went on a string of armed robberies, in each instance threatening to shoot the employee at each establishment. The state believes he poses an extreme danger and a flight risk, as evident by his FOJ warrants. So the state's requesting a bond of $200,000. State does not object to that being secured appearance. Thank you.
Thank you, counsel.
He ain't going anywhere.
So I have 15 factors I have to take into consideration when I'm setting your bond, and one of those things is whether or not you pose a danger to the community. and the nature and circumstances of the offense charged. And based on the information that was provided in the Form 4, as well as your criminal history, the court is going to follow the state's recommendation, and you will have a secured appearance bond of $200,000 in this case. You will have written conditions of release you'll need to comply with, and it will include not possessing any weapons. You will also need to ensure you attend those hearings to avoid any failure to appear warrants. You do have 2 additional cases on the calendar that we're going to go over. But before we do that, do you have any questions regarding the release conditions on the new charges?
I just can't believe that they could say anything about me and it be true. The stuff that he just said is not true.
I'm utterly
So we're not finding guilt today. The only thing we're doing is finding whether or not there's probable cause. You are entitled to a trial, and I am appointing an attorney to represent you, and you will meet with that attorney on February 21st at 8:30 in the morning to discuss that. Did you have any additional questions as it relates to the release conditions?
No.
Okay. Mr. Kellerman, I'm going to move on to the out-of-state warrants on this case. Feel free to stay on the line or disconnect if you would like.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll stay on through his entire case.
Thank you so much.
I would never
So,
judge.
Mr. Anderson, it does look like you also have 2 warrants coming from Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get an opportunity to review that laminated card they gave you before you came in here?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have a choice to make tonight. So as I mentioned, Illinois has 2 warrants out for your arrest, and they have indicated to us that they want to extradite you back to Illinois. So you can choose to waive your right to an extradition hearing here in Arizona. And what that would mean is you're saying, yes, I'm willing to be extradited back to Illinois. If you chose to do that, you would be held non-bondable here in the Maricopa County Jail. And that would be for 30 days after any pending local charges. So in this case, you do have some pending local charges. So that 30 days for Illinois to pick you up would not start until the end of those 30 days, or excuse me, until those charges were resolved. Then they would have 30 days, and you would be held non-bondable. In the alternative, you have the right to have a hearing in Maricopa County. I would set that on February 24th at 1:30 in the afternoon, and you would be demanding that the governor of both Illinois and Arizona sign an extradition warrant, ordering you to go back to Illinois before Illinois could come and pick you up on these 2 pending warrants. If you chose to do that, you would have a secured appearance bond of $50,000 in each of your Illinois cases. So between your 3 cases, you would have a secured appearance bond of $300,000 that would need to be posted. With that information, do you know what you would like to do as it relates to your Illinois cases?
I have no idea at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, this is all new to me. I have no idea.
Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and we're not going to waive your rights today. You're entitled to a hearing here on February 24th. I'm going to set that hearing at 1:30 in the afternoon, and I'm going to set the secured appearance bond of $50,000 in each of your Illinois cases. That hearing is civil in nature, meaning you are not entitled to court-appointed counsel, but you can hire one at your own expense for your extradition hearing on February 24th. You will have counsel appointed to you as it relates to those new charges we talked about earlier. Any additional questions? Okay, if you'll take a seat outside, they'll bring you your paperwork. Thank you, sir.
Drop one, flush one.
And thank you again, Mr. Kellerman.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good night.
Buenas
Good night.
noches.
And our last case on the calendar is case number 3, Brandy Graham, date of birth June 2nd, 1981. This will proceed as a house call as she was not being cooperative with the officers. We are here on a new municipal court case coming out of Buckeye Municipal Court relating to 1 count of attempted criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, however, due to the nature of the charges, she is not entitled to court-appointed counsel. I am setting an arraignment hearing in the Buckeye Municipal Court on March 4th at 2 p.m. I am releasing her on her own recognizance. That is her promise to appear. She'll have written conditions of release she'll need to comply with and make sure she attends that hearing to avoid any failure to appear warrants. If anything changes after I meet with her, I will update the written record. We will now stand in recess until the 5 a.m. calendar.
All right, all right. So, hey, I'm not sure if they'll pick him up. It depends how bad they want him. Sometimes they'll have like these private companies transport him across the country. If he's really like if it's like a case that's in the public eye or a notorious case, then some detectives will fly out and pick him up and then fly him right back. But it all depends how bad they want him. If not, they'll just give him some diesel therapy, have him drive for like a month throughout the United States by these private companies, driving around and picking them up. And from what I hear, he's not too comfortable. I hear a lot of people defecate on themselves or urinate. Doesn't sound like a fun time to me. I would have just turned myself in to avoid all of that. I'm not trying to crap my pants on the road. Imagine it's going to be a stinky, stinky van back there. Anyhow, hey, if you haven't done so, please do so. Hit that follow button. If you're on TT, it's free 99. Free 99 doesn't cost you a dime. Despensa en la tira. What up? What up, Jigga Joe? How's it going, man? You just missed it. You just missed it. Let me see. Bus to Illinois. That's a good couple. No. And don't think they drive there straight. They're picking up like different individuals. Like, so let's say they go to Maricopa County. They'll pick that dude up, but then they're gonna stop at other different locations. On the way. What, really? They do? Hell yeah. Hey, that diesel therapy is no joke. Not that I've had it before, but from what I hear, from what people say, it doesn't sound too fun. I'm over here talking about it like I've been on a bus right out shackled up, driving across the country. No, I haven't. Let me see. You got off the van when it gets to down. That's right. Yeah. Let me see. Hey, bro, the parole hearings last night was good. Are they on again tonight? No. So the parole board hearings, if you want to watch it, those you're gonna have to jump over to YT. I did today. I did one. There was only one today. That was the one for Connecticut. I think it was like 3 or 4 hours long. It's archived on my YouTube page if you want to go ahead and check it out. But yeah, that ran earlier on in the day. Those normally I start at about 6 or 7 a.m. depending on the state. But yeah, those are normally run. I normally do Utah Monday through Thursday, and then after I do the Utah ones, I play back the ones from Connecticut, and then on Fridays I do Connecticut in the morning because Utah doesn't do any hearings on Fridays. Bro, you see the guy that did the thing to his that old guy. Oh man, that guy's disgusting, man. That was truly sickening. And then he was trying to downplay it, talking about that his daughter consented. Oh hell, now that's out the window, man. Yeah, that I'm glad they denied him, and he's gonna finish out the rest of his sentence. Yeah, that guy was disgusting. And for those of you that are wondering, what a case talking about, definitely check it out. But I wouldn't recommend checking it out if you've had things like that happen to you in the past, or if you can't handle hearing things like that, because it was truly disgusting when they started talking about the details. The daughter called in, and because the dude, he was downplaying, he was like, nah, like it was consensual, like there was no this and that and the other. And then the daughter called and she rebutted like what that fool was saying. She was like, nope, like he's lying, like this and this happened and this happened. Like what she was saying, I was telling my wife, and I was like, man, that dude is just sick, truly sickening. But yeah, that was the one from yesterday. Is it on? Yeah, it's on. Yeah, so if you go to @CollectCallFrom on YT, is the hearing from yesterday. Just look on the dates. It'll say Connecticut Board of Paroles, and then it'll have the date. So it was from 2/13. That was the one from yesterday. As a matter of fact, I chopped it up already, so you don't have to look for it. Just look for videos from today that I chopped up. It has a guy, it has an old geezer, and he has 3 portraits of himself on the thumbnail. As a matter of fact, I'll put it up on the screens. Maybe you could possibly see it on my phone here, but we'll see what happens. Collect call from, let's see here. Videos. So it's going to be the second video that I posted up today. I'll put my phone. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. It's going to be the second video. Right there it has the old guy 2 times, and then it has one with his back turned. I know you guys can't really see it because it's blurry. But yeah, it's the second one right there. Let me check what I called. That video I called denied. Connecticut Board of Parole. And also check out Debo. That was a crazy one too. And then the first one, man, that was even worse. I think worse than the old guy. Well, they were neck and neck. But yeah. Like I don't even know what to like these titles like. It's like, man, you gotta be really creative to come up with some titles. Like some days I just put whatever comes to my mind, and that's what it is. But yeah, so hey, if you haven't done so, please do so. Or would you guys? Nah. But if you haven't done so, please do so. Hit that follow button. It's free 99. Doesn't cost you anything. We're trying to get to that 20,000 mark. We're at about 18,000 and some change. So hopefully by this month, we're able to hit that. If not, then March. And if it doesn't happen in March, then April or whenever the hell, we're able to get to that 20,000. Hey, just thank you for the follow. Highly appreciate it. And 02, I think, what is that? A K, I think? K Barbie? I think that's what it is. I can't see that far. Hey, Chacha, thank you. I really appreciate you liking the stream. For those of you that are interested in watching these streams, I always run them. I'm constantly running them on YT. Even when I'm not there, they're always running. So if you jump on my YT page, we're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. We're a few short right now, but I run those daily. I start running them. I'll leave my computer running, and the first one that starts is at 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The 4 a.m. sometimes I jump on after I get off of work if I work late. If not, then I'll normally jump on like at the 7 a.m. one or the 8 a.m. Hey, thank you, One Chippy, for putting up the YT information out there, and I'll go ahead and pin it right there on the screen for anybody that's interested in checking it out. Also, if you go to my profile, all my social media links are on there, direct links. And also, if you have some time in your hands, check out the videos. Drop some comments if you can. Drop some hearts. Repost. It'll definitely help me out. And I'll appreciate it. I highly appreciate it. Let me see. Is that Antoinette? Thank you. I appreciate you liking the live. Anyhow, it is a little bit late. I'm super tired, and I gotta wake up tomorrow for this baby shower. Don't even get me started on this baby shower. Right now, when I took a break, I blew up maybe 500 balloons right now. Like the house right now is it looks like a freaking when those playpins where you go and there's like a bunch of balls. It's like that, but with a lot of freaking balloons. Nah, hell, that's the worst part. It's not. Nah, it's not. It's not my baby shower. No. Hey, look, my wife tells me the way I think is incorrect because I don't do baby showers. I don't like going to baby showers. I say baby showers are for women, and I'm not a woman, so what am I gonna go to a baby shower for? So the only baby shower that I've been to that I could recollect would be for my daughter that was 6 years old. Other than that, I don't do like if my friends having a baby shower or anything like that. I'm not gonna go. Like I don't want to. I'm not interested. That's not my thing, But I don't know if I'm able to escape tomorrow. She might be giving me the side eyes. Hey, Tita, have a good night. Much props for helping out, bro. Hey, I try to do whatever I can, because if not, then man, it's gonna be all bad for me. Much respect for helping. But yeah, so I gotta get back. Any more course? No, for tonight, Jay. This is the last course. That was it. The next one doesn't start until 4 a.m. But I have the like I said, I'll have the computer running, and then these courts, they're live. They're not replayed. And if I do replay them, I'll let you know in advance. But normally they're normally 99% of the time they're live. And for those of you that don't know, the Arizona has court every day of the year. 365 days a year, on your birthday, my birthday, Christmas, New Year's, every single day of the year. They have court, and they have it 8 times a day. The first one's at 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Second one is at 7 a.m. The next one after that is at 10. Then 1, 4, 7, and then 10 p.m., which is the one we're on right now. How the hell do I know that? I've been looking at this time for the last few weeks, so I memorized it already. Night, everyone. See you soon. At the 4 a.m. All right, then, cool. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I do appreciate you guys. I am Collect Call James. You are watching. You have a Collect Call From. Let me see. 820 writes, laughing out loud. You're awesome. Hopefully my wife's not watching me right now, because if not, she's going to be mad because I'm talking madness. She'll be like, hey, you be getting over. You're going overboard. You're putting way too much information out, but sometimes you just got to let it out. Anyhow, like I said, flush a toilet for good measure. And remember, if you don't hear the toilet flushing, it's not me. Don't accept any pirateria, any imposters. Anyhow, like I'm trying to say, I am Collect Call James. You are watching. You have a Collect Call From. And like I said around here, life's like a candle. Once you blow it out, it lights out. And with that, We're out. A rato.